What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along today. Burnley against Arsenal. Big game for Arsenal. Must-win game today, man. Listen, please don't ruin our weekend, people. Do you know what I'm saying? We need a win today. So we are on our way to Burnley and we need the 3 points. Big up to everyone for tuning in today. Hope you are safe and well. People saying on time. Yo, listen, people. Tell them. Because when I'm late, I see it in the comments. So when I'm on time, I want that same energy, people. Hope you're all having a great Saturday. And listen, enjoy it before Arsenal turn up and somehow, slander it and ruin it. So, but no, listen, like I said before, I'm saying it with chest. 2-0 victory today. No messing about, people. We go to Burnley. We handle business. And we deal with the North London derby next week. As Robbie would say, we're going to do this. Listen, I'm feeling good today. I'm confident. I think we're beating them. We've got a decent record against Burnley, to be fair. I think we're going to beat them today. He's on time. Let's get him to 5K likes. Let's hope so. Good morning, said Adrian from us. Ivan Toney, I've got him in my fantasy team. Cheers, mate. After Ivan was slandering us, maybe he was right. He said we need a new striker. They've made a better start to the season than us, man. We have to move on up, Move on up. 2-0, said Eros. Sorry, big up C, says Eros. And Omar, sorry, said 2-0. I'm positive, 2-0 to Arsenal. Jeez, when Omar's positive, things are good. Big up Morris, said big up Curtis. Up, you're well, bro. I'm good. Jake Parker, big up my boy Curtis. Let's back the boys 100%. Big up Craig, appreciate the super chat, bro. Hope you're well. Big up Curtis, Arsenal to win 2-1. Come on, you Gunners. Listen, I always tell people this. Any of you watch my channel on a regular basis, you know my opinions on the manager. That's fine. When it comes to match day, Arteta, all of the players, they have my full support. Nothing is more important than winning that game for Arsenal. Win the game today. Get 3 points. North London derby next week. We need momentum. Tottenham play Chelsea tomorrow. They lost to Palace last week. We have to win today. We have to win. Big up Craig. He's going for 2-1. Curtis with the jersey. I know, man. I know, people. What can I say? Voucher settings, but it is what it is, people. Right, let me show you the team lineup before we get into one or two other things. I'm happy and not happy. I'm going to show you the team and show you why, people. For those of you who have not seen the Arsenal team so far, here it is. As you can see by the picture, Thomas Partey returns to the side. Great news. Our best midfielder. Aaron Ramsdale continues in goal. I said yesterday I saw no reason for him being dropped, considering how well he played the other day. The back four is what we would say is our strongest back four now. Tomiyasu continues at right back. Tierney at left back with Ben White and Gabriel at centre back. Where it gets a little bit interesting is here. You're expecting Thomas Partey to play next to Sambi Lokonga in the pivot. And instead, he goes with a 4-3-3, which actually is probably more like a 4-1, and then those two as two number 8s in front. So it's Thomas Partey, Odegaard, and Smith Rowe as a midfield 3. Now, I remember Arsenal doing this against Villarreal last season in the home leg where we played Partey and he was isolated defensively because the two number 8s didn't defend enough. Partey was exposed defensively. That worries me. Now, I know they're not the best of teams, Burnley, but if they catch us on counterattacks, we could be in trouble there. So I'm really surprised that he has picked Smith Rowe and Odegaard. Don't get me wrong, when we attack, I will like the look of it. Stop transmitting, hey, yo, man, all support today. But defensively, I just hope Partey, he hasn't played. Is he going to be fit enough? He may have a lot of running to do today. So Partey, Odegaard, and Smith Rowe. Pepe and Saka continue out wide. I was calling for that yesterday. I said, let's do this. Play Pepe. Don't drop him. Allow him to build up a partnership with Tomiyasu and play Saka on the left. I know he's had a little indifferent run of form for Arsenal, but he was still our player of the season last season. Going forward, I love this team. I have to admit, I love this team going forward. Defensively, I have issues with the midfield. Smith Rowe and Odegaard are going to have to work defensively. This, as Buenos Aires Guna, sometimes this is why you think, is this why Thomas Partey gets injured? Too much running? I thought it would be a Sambi Lokonga pivot, but hey, here's what it is, people. On the bench, Leno, Cedric, Holding, Pablo Mari, Nuno Tavares, Sambi Lokonga, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Gabriel Martinelli, and Alexander Lacazette. Plenty of quality to bring off the bench. You know, Sambi, Martinelli, Lacazette. There's loads there. Ainsley. So we should have no problems if we do need to change things, you know. I'm just thinking, who are we actually missing? I think we're pretty much at full strength now, right? We're not really, I mean, Xhaka and them guys, but, you know, they don't necessarily make us much better. We're pretty much at full strength. Balogun out of the team because his brother is Arteta out. Yeah, no Balogun. Difficult for him to get in the squad when we're at full strength like this. Very attacking lineups. Come on, you're going to see the light. I've seen the light, people. Arteta, I can see it. The light is here. We can see it, Mikel. Yeah, I'm back in the team today. Curtis, have you seen the light? Oh, yeah, I can see it. I can see exactly what's going to happen. 4-3-3 finally. Ben White on the fantasy team. Hope they win with a clean sheet. Let's hope so. Kid said Arsenal are going to get spliffed up. I hope not, man. What's the point keeping Nketiah? Should have sold him for 11 million. It's going to be scenes, people, one way or another, because I'm either going to be celebrating or I'm going to be going crazy. We will come back to the Arsenal team. Over 750 of you in here. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, people. Keep supporting the channel. Great support as always. Andrea said, I watch all the Arsenal channels. You are the most logical, Curtis. Brilliant point about Lokonga. Thank you very much, Andreas. Mikel Picasso, paint me a masterpiece. I'm hoping so today. I'm hoping so. Another day of me being ahead, no doubt. These 3 p.m. kickoffs, it gets a little techie sometimes. But we'll move. We'll do what we need to do. Only one defensive midfielder. Let's have a look at the Burnley team. We don't want to look at it too much, but we will look at it. We need to know what we're against and who they've got playing. Tarkowski plays. A lot of people said he should have been sent off against Everton. Late challenge in the week. Nick Pope in goal. Loughton, Tarkowski, me, and Taylor at the back. Goodmanson, Brownhill, and Westwood. And McNeil with Wood and Barnes up front. You know exactly what you're going to get from them. They're going to put crosses in. Wood and Barnes are going to throw elbows, try and head everything. And you know exactly what the likes of Ben White and Gabriel are going to have to deal with today. It will not be easy to cope with. Cornet is on the bench. This is the guy they signed from Lyon. I thought he would have started today. Jay Muller said, big up, Curtis, loving your positivity today. Listen, people, it's match day. We waited all week for this. We have to win today. You know, we have to win this game today. I want to see positivity from the fans. Listen, you know me, people. I don't find it difficult to moan about the current state of Arsenal Football Club. But when it's match day, it's energy, it's vibes. We're here for the 3 points. We support the team, support the manager. Afterwards, whatever needs to be said will be said. And you know that, people. Yeah. After the game, it's a totally different conversation if things don't go right. But we have to win. We have a strong team. Arteta's got the players that he wants. There is no excuse. Ghost Steel said, if you win this game, trust me, you have turned the corner. If you lose, then your nightmare just started. Bro, we're already in the nightmare. Right, we're already in it. If we win, have we turned a corner? Too early, I would say. Too early. Beat Tottenham and beat Burnley, then we'll have a conversation about, you know, turning corners. At the moment, we haven't turned the corner. But I appreciate your super chat, Ghost Steel. Wally said, I actually saw Arteta doing this lineup, 4-3-3. This is the most attacking lineup. Very attacking. I can't be positive with this waffle manager, said Shaful Ahmed. Tokyo Guna, big test for White and my countryman, Tomiyasu. Gunner 23, win or consequences settings. There has to be. To me, this is a must-win game. I got to be honest. This, to me, is a must-win game. Roland said, well, go on, righteous man. The team is light. Curtis, your streams make me love Arsenal more and more. Large up. Hey, big up, Roland. Appreciate your kind words. Finishing 8th is a nightmare. We're already in it, you know. We are already in it. Curtis, please respond. Thoughts on Derby? Are we talking about the North London Derby or Derby County? If we're talking Derby County, you know, being a Nottingham boy, Nottingham Forest and Derby, there's no love lost. Apparently, they've gone in administration, which is obviously very sad for the football club. Odegaard in the 8 is shaky. Are you confident? Yeah, I'm going for a 2-0 win. I think we turn them over today. I really do. Craig said, Curtis, I'm sending you positive vibes. Let's go. Come on, that's what we're about. Energy crew, people. Curtis, your score predictions now that you've seen the team. 2-0 to the Gunners, people. Attacking lineup, score the first goal. Burnley heads will drop. We get the second. We see the game out. Bang. Game over. We move. I'm backing it, people. That's enough. Well, their team, Hennessy, Bardsley, Cork, Collins, Peters, Vidra, Cornet, Lennon, and Rodriguez. I actually tipped Burnley for relegation at the start of the season. So, you know, I will look a bit silly if they beat us, that's for sure. So I really hope that we get the better of them. People saying, did you see the Q&A? Oh, I saw the Q&A. If anybody hasn't seen it, right, there was a Q&A on Arsenal on on Twitter, and Mikel Arteta. To be fair, the questions were very flat, very easy to answer. They were very PR-like. There were even reports that some of the accounts where the questions were being asked from had just been made up. So they were even saying Arsenal have probably made up some of these Twitter usernames to ask easy questions. But the thing that got me more than anything was the Ted Lasso comment. For anybody that doesn't know, there's a series out called Ted Lasso, an American football coach who manages in England, who basically loses games left, right, and center, and is the most positive coach you could ever meet. After watching Mikel Arteta, asking Mikel Arteta, what movie or television series do you watch? He said, I love watching Ted Lasso. Ted gives you a different perspective that there is no one way of looking at things. Mikel Arteta admitted he loves Ted Lasso's positive attitude to coaching, and it has helped him through his tough times at Arsenal. Ah, dear me. He went to this guy, honestly, he's just feeding me content, isn't he? Mikel Lasso, people. Mikel Lasso. This guy is something else. What people don't understand, Ted Lasso loses a lot of his games. That is not the guy you look at to try and draw inspiration from. Only Mikel Arteta could take inspiration from a football fictional character that loses games all the time. Come on, Mikel. Only Mikel Arteta could pick the manager that is dropping points left, right, and centre to draw inspiration from. He just feeding me comedy. You lot know I've got a little bit of a comedy side to me, man. You know, when this guy said Ted Lasso, I'm like, nah, he's done. Mikel Piclasso. Oh my days, he does not help himself, does he? He needs to be on TV. Get Arteta on telly, man, in a new TV series. Well, he will be anyway. Amazon. Amazon All or Nothing. Unbelievable. Mikel Lasso, you know, what is he? What's wrong with this guy? Mike Bassett, Big Sam. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But like I said, I am confident of an Arsenal win today. And it's a big day for this guy again. It is a big day for this guy again. The big skipper, the big boss, the big man of the team. Put some respect on his name, people. Said it before, and I will say it again. For me, Arsenal Football Club's best player. The best player at Arsenal. I know people are saying Saka and Pepe. For me, when he's on top form, no one's better than him. We know he hasn't been on top form for a little bit, but the quality is still there. He got that first goal last week. It was a scruffy tap in, 2 yards out. Hopefully that gets him going. As you can see here, Aubameyang has scored 8 goals in his in the 7 games that he's played against Burnley. So he loves a goal against Burnley. And I believe there'll be another one today. About my blood clot young as Arsenal South Africa. Arteta in the headlights. He's been blinded by the lights, people. Coma music. Mick Ross settings. Niamo said he is good, but not that good anymore. I have to be realistic. He's the best player at the club for me. Who's better than him? I know we did the vote. A lot of you said Saka, but people forget what a Saka. They said he hasn't scored in the league since March, was it? Yeah, the own goal, man. That was a bad one. Tomiyasu and Saka to score. Yanis said, Curtis, I was at the Emirates the other day. Does anyone else think Tar? I'm confused. People, let me know. Am I reading that wrong? Mo said, big up Big C just joining. What's the lineup formation? 4-3-3. We will go back to the lineup shortly. The weekend settings, man. Blinded by the lights. Mikel Arteta. Tierney is our best player, in my opinion. Not for me. Not for me. Injury prone. Hasn't proved enough yet. Ramsdale clean sheet. It's bins for Leno. Big up C from Nairobi. Big up, bro. Andreas said, give Arteta a 20-year contract. Clearly trolling. The Guna said, please win. We have to win, man. Turf Moor is a tough ground. It is. I just think this isn't the worst of times to go there. I think if you're going there in January and it's 2 degrees and it's raining and the pitch is bobbly, that's much harder. Going there in quite a warm September afternoon at 3 p.m., I think we can get the better of them. The cones are always on standby, Vinny. Always on standby, man. Unfortunately. Do you want Leno or Ramsdale? I want to stick with Ramsdale. We paid 24 mil. Let's see how good he is. Sink or swim settings. I know what Leno's about. He's talking about leaving. Let's go Ramsdale. The family said I can see a draw. Sorry, Big C. Oh, man, we need the victory, man. Been waiting so long to see Arteta try a 4-3-3. Very hyped. But probably going to be disappointed as usual, said Hugh Murdoch. Hopefully we're excited, man. Hopefully we can watch it and see something that's worth watching and enjoying. For once. Let's see what he's saying. David said the Arsenal team on paper looks solid and balanced. To be honest, I love the look of this lineup of 4-3-3. Looks like Arteta finally got the formation right. This should be an easy 4-0 win. Not many people go to Burnley and just turn them over 4-0. Nothing is ever that straightforward when it comes to Arsenal, my friend. So I love your optimism. I'm optimistic with you. But going to Burnley and just turning them over 4-0 is not very Arsenal-like, shall we say. I'm putting slow mode on, people, just so I don't miss too many of your comments. Big up to all of you for your great comments. We got over 1,200 of you in here already. We're about 12 minutes away from kickoff. Matthew said this game will make or break the season. Wow. It's definitely a huge game in that sense. Let me... I'm going to put the lineups on again. Big C do the Sean Dyche voice. We eat concrete, we eat wood, we eat bricks. Chris Woodwin, yeah, does. We're going to beat them today, man. Don't worry, man. They ain't got us. Xhaka mode, slow mode settings. Is your internet sorted? Hopefully, man. We made adjustments in the week, so hopefully these tactics work. Jurgen Klopp. Kloppy's in the building. Said it's 4-1-4-1, not 4-3-3. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. 1 holding midfielder, 2 number 8s in front. Expecting a big performance from this formation. Let me show you the team again. Big up that guy, D. Make sure you do smash the likes, people. We have got 1,300 people in here now, which is great numbers for a watch-along. Really appreciate it. Here is your Arsenal team for anybody just tuning in. 4-3-3. ZJ said, placed £100 bet that Arsenal wins 2-0. That is, you must be well off to not only place £100 on Arsenal to win, but you're going for the correct score as well. That is always risky. But listen, I hope you're right. I hope you win your money. It would definitely be great if you could win some money there. Big up Drogbinho. I said, I hate to say this, but every win under this manager is 10 more games for him. It's sad, isn't it, Drogbinho, that we have to think like that. Like, if Arteta wins, then we're stuck with him. That's a horrible way to, be looking at things. But it kind of does feel like that right now, to be honest. Appreciate your super chat, bro, and your support. Outgun said, finally, some consistency in the back five. That now is Arsenal's strongest back five, and that is the back five we have to stick with. Big up Sebs, who said, hit the likes, people. It helps the channel and the stream. Let's get Curtis to 1K. Can we at 1,000 likes, people? Light work today. Light work, people. Over 1,300 in here. We're winning 2-0 today. I'm telling you now. I'm saying it with chest. 2-0 victory for Arsenal. Clip it. 2-0. We go there. We roll them. Good attacking team out. Am I a little apprehensive about the balance in midfield? Yes. As you can see, people, Ramsdale in goal. Happy with that. I think he deserves to start. And, Leno, for me, he says he doesn't want to sign a new deal. Let's move on. Have him as the backup goalkeeper unless Ramsdale starts dropping clangers. Utabia Guna. Come on, you Gunners. We're proud today. Gunners and proud, man. We never let a manager, owner take away our pride in the football club, We are still fans, and we're going to back them today. If it goes wrong, we'll have a very, very different conversation after the game, that's for sure. Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel and Tierney. I think that's the back four every Arsenal fan would pick now. Moving forward, it's the back four that we want to see. The midfield, 4-3-3. Thomas Partey in midfield with Martin Odegaard and Emile Smith-Rowe. 2 number 8s in front of Thomas Partey. Now, I think most people would have said Thomas Partey and Lokonga with one of the number 8s or number 10s in front, whether that's Odegaard or Smith-Rowe, but he has picked both of them. Are they going to give Thomas Partey that defensive help that he will need at times? I remember we did this against Villarreal at home and it didn't work. They left him exposed. Thomas Partey is maybe not even fully fit, considering he hasn't started a Premier League game. So it's a slightly risky one there. And then the front three is the front three that I would have picked 100%. Some people were saying play Smith-Rowe left and Saka right and drop Pepe. Not for me. Pepe starts. Let him build up a partnership with Tomiyasu at right back. He's a goal threat. After Aubameyang, I would say he's our most likely goal scorer. Saka on the left. He needs a performance. Hasn't played well for Arsenal for quite a while, if I'm going to be totally honest. And then Pierre, Emerick, Aubameyang up front. Obama blood clot Yang leading the line, people. Hopefully, he continues this good run of form. 8 goals in his last 7 games against Burnley. So that needs to continue. And no, we're not including the own goal in that. Strictly the goals. So we're hopeful. We are hopeful that this will work out today. Vladimir said, big up Curtis. We won't win without our best player. Jacadinho, I'm not confident. He's far from our best player, that's for sure. Jake says, my captain, I'm telling you, the skipper. Lead us to glory today, my friend. Lead us to glory. On the bench, good options. Nice to have some good options on the bench. Leno, Cedric, Holding, Pablo Mari, Tavares, Sambi Lokonga, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Martinelli, and Lacazette. Quality players on the bench there. Options to bring on. Andreas said Partey needs Lokonga next to him to share the load. Machine says, come on, you Gunners. Come on, man. Let's do this. Amin said, best lineup. No excuses. Would you say that's our best lineup? For me, I would just say for balance purposes, I would have taken either Smith-Rowe or Odegaard out and played Sambi, but still a very attacking, strong lineup with a good bench. Toby said, come on, Partey and Pepe, prove your worth. Big up Vinyl London with the super chat. Even if we get stuck with Arteta, eventually someone will buy Kroenke out. We're the third biggest club in the country. Can't hold us down forever. I like your optimism. Appreciate your super chat. Defo, our best lineup, says Munir. Kempy said, hey, Curtis, big up from Sydney, Australia. Let's go, Gooners. Come on, let's do this, man. It's got to be a win. RM said 4-1-4-1 formation. I just hope that Thomas Partey gets the necessary help because, he's been out. He hasn't started a game in the Premier League this season. What you don't want is him running around like a lunatic, trying to tackle everyone and sort everything out. So I'm hoping that it's not all down to him to sort out as the game, progresses. 30 shots incoming. I mean, listen, as long as 4 or 5 of them go in, I don't mind. How is Arsenal the third biggest club? In terms of history, fan base, income, all of that, when you add it all together, they are the third biggest club in the country. They have a bigger fan base than Chelsea, Man City, Tottenham, more history, more trophies, they make more money, and all of that added together. I know most people would look now and say, I don't know, Chelsea or someone like that have overtaken Arsenal. And I would understand why people would say that, because we've certainly fallen down the pecking order in recent times. So I get why people would question it, but if we're putting all of the facts there, Arsenal are the third biggest team in the country. We're catching up. Yeah, you're definitely catching up. Oyson says, big up, see, I'm going out with all my mates who are United fans tonight for my birthday, so do me a favour, Arsenal. Hey, happy birthday, bro, and let's hope Arsenal don't ruin it, man. KA said, man, like, see Dizzle, I'm on my way home from work right now, going to miss the first half. Make sure these men are not doing dumbness. Listen, it's down to that manager, mate. It's down to Ted Lasso to sort the team out. Make sure we get the points, So let's see if all goes to plan in terms of the manager. It's down to him, unfortunately. If it was down to me, I'd be a bit more confident. But yeah, let's see how it works out. 3-1 to Arsenal. We're 3 minutes away from kickoff. Give me your score predictions, people. Apparently, it is a 4-3-3, but looks a bit more like a 4-1-4-1. Ted Lasso settings, man. Alex Brown, appreciate your super chat. In terms of history, you lot don't even have a Champions League. It's true. It's true. We don't have that Champions League, which definitely bridges that gap between Chelsea and us. But we've got more trophies than them, which is why you would still put us above them. But like I said, they are definitely catching us up. I'm not going to sit here and say they're not. They definitely are. Yeah, I get it though. A lot of Chelsea fans in particular get very irate about that. Oh, how are you still bigger than Chelsea? They've won 2 Champions Leagues. I get it. But I don't make up the rules, people, 3-1 to Arsenal. Let's hope you're right there. Jamie Glenn says 2-1 to Burnley. Boo. We're not winning today. Nah, come on. 3-0. 2-1 to Arsenal. Aubameyang brace, we'll take that. We will all take an Aubameyang brace today. That's for certain. We're desperate for it. Players are out on the pitch. And Arteta is walking the boys out. Let's see how this works out, people. Gunners for life. Come on, man. Big up, Clive. Yardy Tom says 0-0. Oh, I don't want 0-0. We need goals. We need excitement, 2-0 to the Arsenal. 1 for Aubameyang, 2 for Pepe, 13 titles over 6. I got a good feeling about it. Trust me, I'm going 2-0, man. I'm going 2-0. Someone tell the pigeons around to be on the lookout today. I'm not even sure he'll get that far forward, if I'm being honest. He may not be able to even damage any pigeons today, So we'll have to see. I will... Let's see if we can get the better of them today. Let's go for it. Why not? I've put a bet on Arsenal to win, peeps. Deposit was successful, but your bet wasn't. What's going on? Accept the changes. Place the bet. There we go. We've put a bet on Arsenal to win, so I'm even invested in it financially now, people. Emotionally and financially. So we have to get the win today now. I'll be going crazy. That's how confident I am we're going to win. Nah, Gaurav, relax with all that claret talk. John says, thanks for the stream, not on with this one. Curtis tweeting and talking, not ready for kickoff. Kickoff just about to begin, people. I'm hoping that that my stream is on time with it. We're just underway, people. We're just starting now. Let me get the timer. Bang. We're underway. Come on, you Gunners. Let's do this. Let's do this, people. We have to get 3 points. Come on, you Gunners. Do not ruin my Saturday. Just don't. We don't need it. I want to watch football this weekend without the stress of Arsenal dropping points. I just want a nice, calm victory. Lead us to victory. Let us enjoy ourselves. And we can enjoy the weekend in peace, people. People saying I'm a little bit behind. Don't worry, people. We'll deal with it. Listening to Curtis rather these commentators, Gunners for life. Come on. Stress-free, no therapy. We do not want to be doing Arsenal therapy tomorrow, right? We can't be doing it anymore. We've had enough stress already. We just want to win the game and enjoy our weekend. So let's see how it works out. Come on, you Gunners. They do just look like a free at the moment. You won't be able to tell, I suppose, until we start defending. Whether it is like a 4-1-4-1 or whether it's a 4-1-4-1 or whether it is an out-and-out 4-3-3. We'll have to see. Man, working on that logo, TV to be added, Curtis Shaw or just Curtis Shaw. I like it either way. Gold color scheme. Hey, big up, bro. Anybody wants to make logos, reach out, man, on Twitter. Curtis Shaw 9. Help is always appreciated. Help him out, man. If man needs a stream. Big up Kev, man. Hope you're good, bro. Big up Curtis, everyone in the chat. Rodney said, big up Curtis, your stream is the... Well done, mate. Arsenal Rodders in Blackpool. Big up, bro. Curtis, avoid the comments when the game starts. Ruins it when a goal is scored. Don't get to see your true reaction. I know. Because you know, I'm a little bit 20, 30 seconds behind. It's a little different, innit? So, unfortunately, I can't give you the full reaction. But we'll be back to normal next week because, of course, we play Tottenham and it's on Sky, so it will be much easier. Potato streams, I'm telling you, man. My game ain't even started. No, it's harsh, innit? It's harsh. He's go. Listen, help each other out in the comments. I won't be clicking on them, but although I have clicked on one. Help each other out if people are asking for ways of watching. Amsterdam, Thailand said, yo, Curtis, it's my wife's birthday. Told her not to interfere during the live stream. Happy birthday to her. And hope you have a good evening, but a good evening. But let's make sure we win today first. That will definitely help us enjoy the weekend, you know. Hey, and no false scores in here, man. Nah. We can't have false scores. There's a few of you doing it. We need honesty in here. I'm a little bit behind, so I can't have it either. 3 minutes now. I think I'm about what am I? Probably about a minute behind. So if I'm not as heavy on the comments, it's just because I'm trying to keep the reaction for the goals, people. Arsenal playing in yellow today. Ball whipped in. Burnley. Oh, Tierney clears. Come on, man. We've got such a decent team out today, and attack looks a lot more balanced. We need to get the better of them. Yeah, it does look like a 4-3-3, but yeah, just with Thomas Partey playing CDM. Come on, you Gunners. Keeping the ball, early possession. Aubameyang today, surely there's a goal in him. See what you're saying. NBC Sports. There you go, people. There you go. Shouldn't have clicked on that, should I? Not really supposed to bring them up, but it is what it is. Thanks, Kurt. Yeah, no worries, bro. No worries at all. Any predictions? Bro, I'm going 2-0. I said it with chest. 2-0 victory today, man. I'm not ramping. Not ramping at all. 2-0 victory. Bang. 4-1-4-1. Yeah, we've started. We're a little bit slow. Keep the ball, grow into the game. I'm more intrigued to look at the shape and the way we're kind of setting up. And whether, because to be fair, against Manchester City, Odegaard did actually play in that central midfield role. He did play next to him. So I'm just intrigued to see whether he plays in that role today. Confident Big C, I reckon 1-1. So NBC is the legal, yeah, NBC. Big up Curtis Shaw in the background while I watch Liverpool. Big up Silky G. Big up Silky G. Let us know any other scores as well. Keep me updated, people, with the Premier League. Just throw them in the comments if someone scores, especially one of the big clubs. Here come Burnley. We're going to have to deal with this. Come on, boys. Don't mess around here. Burnley on the attack. Corner to Burnley, people. This kit gives me bad vibes. I always said this was the kit that I felt like would be the dodgy kit for the season. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe it'll be this one that I'm wearing, actually. But we'll have to see. Oh, that was an early chance for Arsenal. Tierney whipped it across Pepe with the header. Probably could have done better there. I'm a minute behind you. We don't look bad. Yeah. Odegaard has a great way to pass, just like Ozil, 100%. That was a chance for Arsenal. Tierney whipped it in, came out to Pepe, leaned down to head it. Maybe it'd have been better lifting it. Could he have lifted his leg up and volleyed it instead of putting his head down? I'm not sure. He might have been better off doing that. Not a bad start for Arsenal. Tim Smith. Listen, I don't know where Tim's gone. As of BT Sports snapped up Tim or something. I don't know where Tim's gone. Tim was the ultimate update, man. Keeping us all informed. I ain't seen him. Usually he comes in the evening streams, to be fair. Omar said, Curtis, you could come over to Nairobi to watch the game in real time for free. Yeah, maybe next time I'll just grab a quick flight. Come and watch the game in Kenya, you know. Ramsdale looking better than Leno. To be fair, Leno hasn't exactly set the bar very high, has he? So I'm not surprised. We out here said I'm the new Tim. Want to see Martinelli get loads of minutes. Deserves it over ESR. We've started the game all right, but obviously their danger is set pieces with Burnley. They always look... Aubameyang gives the ball away. That is the problem, you know. They're always going to be looking for set pieces. Interesting to see Tomiyasu in his one-on-one defending as well, how good he is. Although Burnley's wingers are not the best. Brentford beat Wolves with 10 men. To be fair, they only had 10 men for like the last, was it 15 minutes? And I think they were 2-0 up already. Matt said, good start so far. I think we've started all right. Your thing is miles behind. Oh, man. What can I do, eh? What can I do, people? Let me try and move it. 7. Let's go with this one. No, I think Arsenal have started quite well, to be fair. Moved the ball well, half chance for Pepe. But we need a goal. We need an early goal to settle the nerves. I'm sorry, if we can't beat this Burnley team, just forget it. Write it off, because they do not look anything special, I'll tell you that much. They're there to be beaten, in my opinion. Ben White struggling in the air. Nearly 400 likes. Keep it moving. Yeah, keep keep smashing them likes, people. They're much appreciated, and they help the algorithm and all of that. Come on, Arsenal. We need the win today, man. We've started all right. Odegaard getting on the ball. Partey. It looks like we are playing a 4-3-3, to be honest. They are. It looks like Smith Rowe and Odegaard are playing fairly deep. They're not as high up the pitch as they usually are. So it looks like a three-man midfield. We've kept the ball all right. Pepe has had our best chance so far. Make sure you let us know in the comments, people, if there's any goals in the other games as well. Ben White there. Listen, they're going to target him. Barnes and them, man. Even from goal kicks there, look. Ben White, little nudge off the ball. Volleys it over. Got to be stronger than that. That's weak from Ben White. He should have actually won that header. I don't think there was not even no physical contact there really from Barnes. Because he's 3 foot. Looks like 4-1-2-3. Yeah, no fake. Any fake scores get blocked, people. We can't be doing that. Ruins it for everyone, Come on. Robert Peter says, Big Curtis, your channel is rocking, bro. Come on, people. Subscribe and hit them likes. I appreciate it, bruv. Ben White is soft. Get out of it. He's got to be stronger than that. They're going to target him. They're definitely going to target him. Yeah, it's still 0-0. What jersey is that, bro? Third kit. Yeah, third kit. Third kit, man. It's like the blue bruised banana one, they called it. So, yeah, that fake scores thing, I just don't get why people do that. Remember that stream when Curtis was saying Ben White was 5'9"? Google was doing me, man. Google was saying he was 5'9". I'm telling you, it turns out I think he's 6 foot, but he's not the best in the air, that's for certain. Ah, come on. Arsenal on the ball. I'd say I'm a minute behind here, or 45 seconds. But we move. They're definitely testing us, that's for certain. Bruised Blueberry. Come on, guys, up the tempo. We have to. Someone said Ben can't jump. Big him up, Curtis. Oh, he needs to grow a little bit, man. He's actually 6'1" or 2", a lot taller than we thought. Wow. A said, Big C, great talk is cheap show with Laurie on AFTV. Because of you guys, I spent 3 hours watching Ja Rule v Fat Joe. Why not, man? Hip-hop, I'm a big hip-hop fan. I got to be honest, I didn't watch all of it. I kind of skipped through it. The one before the Locks v Dipset one, I watched all of that. Our game is frustratingly slow. Burnley could turn us over. We have to move the ball quicker. That's how you make life difficult for Burnley. But we're just too slow in transition, unfortunately. That is the problem. Arsenal on the attack. Come on, Arsenal. The problem for me, we just moved the ball too slow, man. Absolutely moved the ball too slow. So slow in transition, it's unbelievable. Throw in here. We just don't have that player in midfield who can come and get the ball and speed things up and get us going. That is the biggest problem. So when we get pressed, we just go long and end up giving the ball away. That is a problem. Like Gabriel there just gives the ball away. Ben White is getting bullied, I'm not going to lie. Burnley are our equals right now. Giving the ball away too much. It doesn't surprise me at all. Does not surprise me at all. Gabriel's a little bit better in there. Good header there. Ball whipped in. See, look. Header wide. Ben White again. Ben White again. Is that Barnes? Barnes bullying him. Bullying him. Absolutely bullying him in the air. They're targeting him, people. They're targeting him. They're going to put crosses in. Gabriel wins the first one. Comes out. Ben White, you're not even aware of where he is. Tomiyasu plays him onside. Ben White's trying to step up and leave him offside. But Tomiyasu stayed in, hasn't come up. And Barnes heads it wide. It's poor. Look at that. Now, what are we doing? Here we go. This is where the frustration starts to kick in. What's that from Ben White? Just kicking the ball out. Can he handle these physical battles, man? Ball whipped in again. We are under the cosh, people. We are under the cosh right now. Tommy must help. Why? Thing is communication. These guys are new in the team. I don't know if Tomiyasu speaks good English. Tomiyasu is a fan favorite already. I think it's a little bit early for that. Let's give him a month or so and see how good he is first, you know. Marquino said, first time I'm ahead. Normally I'm pausing the live stream to keep up. I know, man. We'll be back to normal next week. And it begins the frustrations. Just boring, just slow, pragmatic football. Move the ball. Burnley don't even look great, but they just put one cross in and all of a sudden it's panic stations. They haven't won a game all season. Odegaard gives the ball away, but we win a free kick. Jeez, man. Come on now. Yeah, like you said, the frustration begins now. Tommy speaks decent English. Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. I haven't really heard him do an interview. Can't you see the light? No. It's got dark all of a sudden, man. Real dark. Has Aubameyang touched the ball yet? Hardly touched the ball. Watford are winning 1-0. Yeah, a bit behind. Yeah, all that hype's gone real quick. All that hype disappeared real quick, I can't lie. Once they started doing their usual stuff. Come on, Arsenal, man. This ain't the day to be dropping points. Burnley haven't won a game this season. We're making them look solid. Sambi should be in for Odegaard. Did we need the two-man midfield? Oh, let me just turn this off. 1 second. TV's blasting in the background. It could be Arsenal therapy incoming, man. If this don't, it's a yellow card for Burnley there. Why is Sambi on the bench? I have no idea. Big up Curtis Willerloss, get this manager sacked. No, I don't think so. They're in no rush to let him go, unfortunately. They seem quite happy with what he's doing. In fact, I'd go as far as that. Quick, get a beer. Oh, mate, half time. I might need one if we don't step it up. Miss Xhaka yet? I'm not sure you can miss Xhaka, to be fair. What is worrying me about this game is that we paid 50 million for Ben White, and teams are actually looking at Ben White as a weakness. Like, okay, let's isolate him and expose him. That worries me. When you pay 50 million pound, you should be a strength. You should be a plus point of the team. I feel like Burnley are looking at him like, yeah, man, we can deal with him. That worries me. We're back, people. We're back. Apologies. pulled the wire out. The movement is so slow on the ball. It's a corner to Arsenal. Game mode, Curtis quit. Oh, man, I'm telling you, the game is boring. It's a corner to Arsenal, though. My game actually keeps jumping from, like, different times. So at some stage, it feels like I'm almost live to what the game's playing at. And then the next minute, I'm like 45, 50 seconds behind. I don't know what's going on. Oh, now the time has started again as well. We'll cut the timer off till half time, people. You can't move it forward, unfortunately. So we'll go without the timer till half time, then we'll start again. Come on, Arsenal. I'm at 20-40. Big up Luke Cooper. Hope you're well, bro. He said, feel Lacazette is more suited against Burnley. You know what? A few people said that yesterday. His hold-up play is better. He brings people into the game a little bit more. Aubameyang has hardly touched the ball in this game. Appreciate your super chat, Luke. Far too slow. Burnley have struggled this season against teams who've moved the ball quickly. It's as simple as that. And we've turned up and just said, oh, let's just go through the motions and see what happens. Our corners are terrible. Corners are awful. Constantly can't beat the first defender. Yeah, like you said, Jake, never beat the first man. Ryan said, big up Curtis, where are you watching the game? Can't watch it here in Sky on Germany. It's on NBC. Laka should start. The corners from Pepe, man, are so poor. Doesn't beat the first defender all the time. Man said, your boy Pepe. I know, man, I know. Apologies. I backed him, but I have been questioning him as well, though. I have been questioning him. He has been poor lately. About 22 minutes gone. And still 0-0. Playing very slow. Very boring as well to watch as well. Which is always the Arsenal way, I'm afraid. They don't seem to be the most exciting of teams to watch. And this is no different. Just going through the motions, but we need to create some chances. We've got the ball at the moment. It's another snooze fest, honestly. If Arteta can't get this team working, he has no excuse. He said this was his team. I needed the full team. This is straight Ted Lasso settings, people. David Luiz, I mean, like I said, it just concerns me that a £50 million defender is being targeted and viewed as a weakness. I find that crazy. I find that absolutely crazy. You know, when you spend 50 million on a defender, players should be, scared of getting away from him. They're actually targeting Ben White, like, yeah, we'll get the better of him. Looks very weak. His lack of physical presence worries me, man. He's losing headers that Barnes is not even trying to muscle him. He's just like he's scared to head it. Arsenal, I was on the attack there. Lose the ball. Burnley on the attack now. Ball whipped in. Boring game. Boring game. What's the latest scores in the Prem, people? Let me know if there's any goals. Everton scored 3 in 6 minutes against Burnley. Time will be back on at half time, people. It reset. Worrying thing is, it's so easy for Burnley. We've truly fell off. Can't wait for Julian's interview later, chatting absolute wet. Julian, mate, I don't know what game he watches after time. He seems a cool guy, but some of the things he says is it's like everything's rosy in the garden, isn't it, all the time. I think Chelsea will beat Spurs tomorrow, although I do think it will be a close game. A lot of people saying that they'll batter Spurs. I don't think they'll get hammered. I think it'll be like 2-1. See, when Gabriel's got the ball and Ben White, they're looking for a midfielder to come and get the ball. And we just don't have that. We didn't address that position in the summer, that ball playing midfielder. And this is the problem with Arsenal. I hope that Ben White, when they're calling him the Seaside Mustafi, man, I hope those shouts don't come to fruition. I don't want Burnley targeting you when we paid £50 million for you, bro. I expect you to be a strength in our defence. Aubameyang was on the ball there, looked for Pepe, who crossed it straight to the keeper. It's a snooze fest, I can't lie. Try Saka on the right. Maybe they should swap sides, man. Terence Tibbs is here. Hope you're good, bro. Awful, slow, bang average football. Typical Arsenal, mate. Seaside Mustafi, that's what they call him. That's it. We haven't got that Fabregas, that Cazorla that can string things together, and we didn't address it in the summer. Tomiyasu's looked fairly solid, to be fair. I think Ben White's looked shaky out of our back four. He's the one they're definitely targeting for crosses. That was a great ball from Tomiyasu as well. Just not creating nothing. There's not enough movement. Saka's been poor again. Hardly got on the ball. Might be Martinelli second half needed. Man United West Ham predictions. I think is Antonio suspended? You'd expect a United win. It's Ronaldo settings in it, let's be honest. Big up Eunice Adams. I'm enjoying watching Curtis TV. Big up, man. Really appreciate it. Yes, South London's finally. Smash the likes. Let's get 1,000 likes on the video. And let's get to 40k ASAP. Arsenal fans, before a game, are a tribute to optimism. We try. This is what I'm saying. We try. We turn up optimistic. I'm banging my chest 2-0. We've got them. We're winning. And then the game starts and you're like, what is this? What am I watching? Yeah, if Antonio's suspended, I can't see him beating United. I think United will beat him 2-0. I think United will beat him. Ronaldo settings, man. He'll score again. Is the United game today or tomorrow? No, tomorrow. Yeah, do you know what? We might do 2 watch-alongs tomorrow. I might do West Ham United and Tottenham Chelsea. Depending on how this goes, I might not want to watch football for the rest of the weekend if this goes wrong. But yeah, maybe we'll do some. Yeah, maybe we'll do 2 watch-alongs tomorrow, people. So look out for that. Gary said, I'm in Australia. It's 12:28 a.m. here. I had enough of this crap. Going to bed. I do not blame you, my friend. I do not blame you. What's going on here? Free kick to Arsenal. Don't forget that therapy stream. Listen, hopefully I don't have to do that, Sean. Let's hope not. Bring back Saliba, Torreira on Guendouzi. Listen, I mean, Guendouzi's gone, unfortunately, but I think they could have all played a role in this team, in this squad. That's for certain. That's for absolute certain. 2 players have been booked for Burnley, so that's good in that sense. Let's hope one of them gets sent off at some stage. Free kick. Man said this is. Wasimi said this is painful. Shane said Curtis, this manager needs to go. It's dreadful. It is dreadful. Tierney's cross is off this season. To be fair, that's all we do, though, isn't it? Tierney and cross. We got to find something else. Find a different way of scoring. It's the same thing all the time. Come on the attack here. Yeah! Yeah! Come on! Yes! Goal to Arsenal! Woo! Yeah! my screen's gone off as well. Odegaard! Bang! Let's go! Yes! 1-0 to Arsenal, people. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Woo! Yes! Odegaard, baby. Let's do this. I could see the light, people. I could see the light. Mikel, I'm here. I could see it. We could see the light. Odegaard, let's go. Free kick. Oh, my days. My time keeps jumping forward and backwards. It's actually gone off again now. Oh, my days. Odegaard. Yes! Come on! Said we got this 2-0. Let me change this time. 1-0 to the Gunners. Oh, my days. You know what? Just as that went in, my stream cut off. Oh, my days. Yes! We've been awful, but we don't care. Odegaard, baby. Left foot settings. Bang! I'm watching the replay now, actually. Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Man like Odegaard, you know. Cheese! Free kick to Burnley now, though, so I got to be careful. Come on! These man got me sweating and all sorts, man. The stream's doing all sorts, but we're here. Come on, you Gunners. Come on! We got this, man. Let's do this. Yes! What a goal, people. What are you saying about that free? Shameless with it, baby. Shameless. Yes! We need this 3 points. I can see the light. Let's do this. Let's hope that it's a free kick now, though, for Burnley. Come on, man. We got to be careful. We got to defend properly. Whew, I'm sweating now, people. Yo, beautiful free kick from Odegaard, that was. Come on, see it out till half-time now. Then we get the second and finish them off. The light is blinding me. Your 2-0 prediction is on. Come on, 1,500 of you in the chat. Smash that like button, people. We're beating Burnley, man. Burnley, listen, they've played decent, to be fair, but we need to handle business. Smash that like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Keep it locked. We don't want to do no Arsenal therapy tomorrow. We need to get 3 points and then have a great build-up to the North London derby. Let's do this. I have to admit, we haven't played well. I was slating Odegaard yesterday. You know what? I don't even avoid these type of comments but what did I say? I said Martin Odegaard needs to score more goals. £30 million attacking midfielders have to score goals. What's he done? He scored a goal. Keep scoring and I'll eat humble pie, no problem. I always said Odegaard's a baller. What I said, he's got to put goal output there as well, you know? Come on, we're winning the league. Hey, the championship. Justin said, I made a bet I'd jug a beer for every Arsenal goal. Cheers to hopefully napping before dinner. Oh, dear me. I love it. I love it, people. Yeah, he heard me, man. He knew. Great free kick. Opened his body, just bent into that far corner. Cheese. Odegaard. Let's do this. Messi. Oh, dear. Curtis, I was falling asleep until your yell woke me up. Apologies. I had to, man. Big up, Fran. Hope you're well. There's that quality. Odegaard broke the lines and wants the ball all the time, and then the quality will come through. But do you know what it is, Fran? Even though he scored, listen, I've always said Martin Odegaard's quality is not the question. It's about us getting the best out of him. We are so slow in transition. Make no mistake about it. We're winning 1-0. We have not played well. We've been bang average. So slow in transition. Very few chances created. We're so slow to get the ball to him, even when he's in between the lines. But if we move the ball quickly, maybe we see more. To me, second half, as the game goes on, I think you've got to bring Sambi on and maybe take Smith Rowe off. I don't think we need 2 attacking midfielders in there. But yeah, good start. We need to get to half time. David, appreciate the super chat. How many trees do you think Bellerin has grew since his promise? Man's causing global warming. Oh man, since he said plant trees, we hardly won a game, did we? Curtis, I see a lot of lights. We can see lights everywhere, Mikel. I see exactly what you meant. This is still not convincing. Far, far from it. Same as Norwich. Norwich was not convincing, but the result is all that matters at this stage. The confidence will come with the victories. We've been average, you know. No movement up front. It's difficult. It's difficult, man. Like, the service is not there though either. I get it. We could, like, there is a lack of movement from Aubameyang, but is anybody going to pick him out? Like I said, Odegaard is the one who probably could pick him out, but we don't get the ball to him. We're very slow in transition, man. We lack that ball playing midfielder. Great feet from Pepe there. Saka's been poor today. Simple layoff there. Overhits it when we had the counter-attack on. Foul on Saka. Is that another yellow? Come on, keep booking these, man. Come on, see out the half, people. See out the half. In fact, let's add another one. Why not? One Love said, I've got my sunglasses on. The light's so blinding. If we win this game, I might have to get the sunglasses on for the reaction after. Playing that side-to-side Arteta ball, that slow, boring transition football. Like you said, Alex, Burnley, 4 games, 3 defeats, 1 draw. They look poor. We're supposed to go there and beat them. Let's be totally honest. Sell Saka to Man U for 80 million. He was actually being linked with Manchester City, but he's been... listen, I don't want to be harsh and say he's been poor for a while, but his form has definitely dipped at Arsenal. Let's be totally honest. It has definitely dipped. The game needed a moment of quality, 100%, and that was it. This NBC, man, is an absolute myth. Sometimes I feel like I'm live with the game and then it seems to drop. Sell Saka to us, Klopp will have him balling out. Yeah, Klopp, he would. He wouldn't get in your team, though, to be honest. He'd be eating bench at Liverpool, so we want to. We need the second. Odegaard free kick was beautiful. And Pope, he's not no mugging goal either. So, yeah, you can't take nothing away from that quality goal. Man like Odegaard, you know. We're still not dominating the ball. I mean, let me have a look at the stats. The stats there, the possession stats. Oh, to be fair, yeah, we've had 64% possession, actually. It doesn't seem like it. Maybe most of it, to be fair, is side to side. Oh, Burnley on the attack. We're all right. We're safe. My dream is a real team goal from open play sometime this year. We haven't seen one for a while. Saka ain't scored in 7 months. Yeah, is that how long it is? People, yeah, someone was saying, is it like February, March, something like that, since he last scored? It's not good enough for a player of his quality. Jota missed an open goal for Liverpool. Listen, I'm sure Liverpool will create another 10 chances. They'll be fine, you know. Scoreless at Liverpool and City, the effect of midweek Europe. And this is where Arsenal are supposed to thrive, you know, that we're not in Europe. I'm very surprised, actually, that Man City and Liverpool are playing today. You know, they played midweek Champions League. You would have thought their games would have been moved to Sunday. Arsenal on the attack. Alan said, just arrived, Curtis. How are we doing against bricks and nails? It's not easy. I got to be honest. It is not easy, you know. We're definitely under the cosh. They're going to make life difficult. Pookie scored for Norwich, someone said. Stephen Morris. Chiserelda said, Saka and Pepe need to switch. Pepe is better on the left and Saka on the right. A few people have said that. Omar said, Ramsdale is winning me over. I'll reserve judgment, man. He looks a lot more comfortable on the ball than Leno. I'll definitely say that. I will definitely say that he looks better on the ball than Leno. Leno is panic stations on the ball. I'm on 39 and about 52 seconds. So I think I'm about 20 seconds behind, man. I just work here. Big up, bro. Said a stroke of brilliance, but that Jack has looked gassed, even though the team is playing terribly. The performance is not great. Let's be totally honest. I think Smith Rowe's been quiet as well. I do think there may be a need for a tactical change second half. Even though we are having more possession, it doesn't feel like controlled possession. It almost like we're just scrambling around, you know. Odegaard's playing all right now. It's amazing what a goal can do for you. Tierney constantly hitting the byline, putting crosses in, man. Like, why did we not buy a tall striker if that's the way we wanted to set up and do something different? Big up, I just work here for that, bro. Free kick to Arsenal. Move Ben White to right back. Definitely got concerns about Ben White's aerial ability, man, against some of these bigger strikers. Can we agree to let Odegaard grow into his boots until Christmas? Listen, we're all going to support him. No one's writing him off. I'm just saying, in the Prem, attacking mids have to have goal output, and let's hope he can add that to his game. You know, I don't like all these crosses. Ben White finally won a header. He's going to have to consistently win them because the way Burnley are targeting him, like, don't get me wrong, no, not many other teams in the Prem will play this direct and this many crosses, but it's a strength that you need in the Prem, that's for sure. I miss prime Martinelli. I mean, we probably haven't even seen the prime of Martinelli yet, but I know what you're saying. We miss that Martinelli that used to press, get the ball back and go past players. I think a combination of his injuries have slowed him down and the manager. It's going to take time. Listen, the way Saka and Pepe are playing, if I'm Martinelli, I'm sitting there thinking I can get into this team if I perform. So a lot of it is down to Martinelli. He needs to have an impact when he comes on the pitch as well, you know? When a manager doesn't seem to be in favor of you wholeheartedly, when you get an opportunity, you have to do something. You might have to come on and create a chance that wins a game. You might have to come on and score an important goal. You know, clear that Martinelli is not at the top of Arteta's list. So it's important when he comes on that he does the business, you know, and I don't think at the moment he's doing that. But clearly Arteta is not a big fan of him. Odegaard has been very good since the goal. Liverpool are winning, apparently. Let me know who scored, if you don't mind. Odegaard has definitely been very good since the goal, especially has stepped his game up. Mane has scored for Liverpool. I don't think I've got Mane in my dream team either. I think I've got Salah. Hopefully he got an assist. Saka has been awful today from what I've seen. He's just overrunning the ball. Just not happening for him. Oh, he was on the attack there. Yeah, it's not happening for him. His touch looks heavy. He doesn't look fully fit. Doesn't look fully fit for me. You got to take him off in the second half. Maybe not a half time, but maybe 60 minutes. Give Martinelli an opportunity. Salah assist. That's what I'm talking about, Mo. That guy never lets you down in a fantasy team, man. Salah. He either scores or gets an assist every game, pretty much, to be honest. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. Arteta is a fan of himself. Ain't that the truth? He's a huge fan of himself. Oh, goal kick. Greg says Pepe is a bust. I wish it wasn't true, but he cannot play in the Prem. I am definitely getting to the point with Pepe where I'm starting to say we've been bumped. Again, has he got? Oh, look at Partey there, just kicking it out. Has Pepe got talent? 100%. Is he effective enough? No, he's not. No, he's not. Got Tomiyasu there now, a stronger right back. I just do not see the aggression in this guy's game. Does not run at people enough. Should be giving nightmares to fullbacks. That guy D, smash the likes and subscribe to FFTV. as well. Big up Fran in the chat. Make sure you go and check out Fran's channel. If you're about Fran, I'll be about for a little bit after the game today to do some reaction. So let me know if you're about. I'll drop you the link afterwards. Hopefully, we'll be discussing a win. So Pepe is the new scapegoat. Definitely not scapegoat. We're not going to scapegoat players, you know. But when you're the most expensive footballer in the club's history, you know, not just in one season, in the history of the football club, I expect you to be a top level player, and I'm not seeing that. I see glimpses of it. You know, he's too nice to play against. I feel like if you was a left back, you wouldn't even mind playing against Pepe. What's he gonna do to you? You don't go at you enough. You look at Mane and Salah and them, man, they're ruthless. I just seen the shot, to be fair, from Smith Rowe where Pepe laid it off. That's a little bit better, but gotta do more. Gotta do more. But listen, let's give him a run in the team. Let's consistently play him, you know. Cool, I hop on. Yeah, no worries, bro. Pepe hasn't justified his price tag for me just yet, says Wasimi. Definitely hasn't. It probably looks like a 40 million, 35 at the moment. E-Ross says, come on, Pepe is a great player. He's getting balls in his own half of the pitch. That's not his game. I hear you on that. I've said this many times. To me, he's a right forward rather than a right midfielder. We kind of have him on the halfway line, back to goal. You know, where when you look at Salah, he gets the ball around the edge of the opponent's penalty area and he gets the ball quickly so that he can isolate the fullbacks. But I do think he's got to be a bit more aggressive, Pepe, when he gets the ball, you know, run at people and try and rip your fullback apart, you know. That's what I want to see from him. Half-time whistle goes, people. Half-time whistle goes. Arsenal lead 1-0, 63% possession. 37% for Burnley. We lead the game. Smith Rowe should have done better with that shot, 100%. Pepe laid it off to him, stroked it over the bar. And Arsenal have to get the next goal. You know, the next goal will dictate what happens in this game. We've rode our luck a little bit. They're clearly targeting Ben White. They see him as a weakness in the air, which is worrying for me when you've spent £50 million on a centre-back. And a team like Burnley are targeting him like he's some little soft touch. There was a good little run before half-time there. But yeah, Aubameyang looks a very frustrated figure at half-time, I tell you that. Saka off, Martinelli on. When he runs at people, he loses the ball. Curtis Pepe is too nice. I wouldn't want him date my sister. He'd leave her in a bar fight. Yo, I told you, this Arsenal team are not built like that, man. They're not about that life. Fair play to Ben White. He did win a good header there just before half-time, which I didn't see, actually. But, yeah, Arsenal are... I can't work out this Arsenal team, whether we're very good or very bad. We had a little chance just before half-time there as well. Saka with a poor touch where, you know, Pepe lays it into him. He's been poor. He has been poor, Saka. Worrying performance. Saka and Aubameyang have been awful. I've got to be honest. Pepe will pay his way out of this situation. Take Saka off. Harry said, I've got Nico's back, not listening to this slander. Do you know what? I'm not getting on to him. I just think he's got to do more. All right, here's the tweet. 1-0 up, still too slow in transition. Next goal is vital. Next goal is vital. Worried about Saka's form. Looks off the pace. Impressed with Tomiyasu, got to be honest. Looks good. Don Draper's in here. I am awesome, said the manager has to do more. Why do we play safe passes? 100%. Arteta, the luckiest man alive. You know, if we win this game, it gets him another probably 3 months in charge. Buenos Aires, Guna. Golasso from Odegaard. That goal seemed to calm our nerves a bit, but we still seem sluggish. Need to improve against better teams. Here's to the second half, bro. Come on, you Gunners. We are, if you look at the best teams in Europe, they move the ball quickly when necessary. They can keep it and slow the game down. But when the game needs to be sped up, they can do it. Arsenal do not seem to have that ability. They can't string it all together. It's very slow, sluggish, predictable. And I agree with what Balogun's brother said earlier in the week. Like, this system is not built for attacking players to thrive in it. It really isn't. It really isn't. You look at our whole attack at the moment. Saka's off form completely. Pepe's up and down. You get moments, then he goes. Aubameyang again looks back to normal today. No service, looks frustrated, not in the game. This is a hard team to play well in as an attacking player. Let me tell you that. Curtis, we had a bet in July that Arteta will not be sacked this year. Please keep that £10 in a safe place. Carl, listen, no worries. I will. Well, do you know what? You're probably right. You're probably right. I honestly didn't believe that the club would be behind him as much as they are. I think they're going to try their best to keep him. Ian said, we look bang average, Curtis. We need to worry. We've been poor in that first half. Very, very sluggish. Very predictable. We need the second goal. We need the second goal. But definitely I would get Martinelli on. Footballholic said, I love Odegaard. Odegaard started running the game after the goal, I got to be honest. He was really good after the goal. I'll bet a £5 Burnley will equalise. Let's hope not, man. Let's hope we tie this game up now in the second half, people. This team isn't built for attacking or defending. What's it built for? This is Arteta ball, bro. This is Arteta ball. We're just built. It's Mikel Lasso, man. Ted Lasso settings, man. We're just built to exist, I think. That's how I would say it. Big C, would you take Gnabry back? His contract is up. Surely not. His contract surely can't be up. Gnabry contract. How would they have let a player like that run down his deal? Expires 2023, apparently, according to Transfer Market. So, no, I don't think we would be getting him back. But no, listen, I think every Arsenal fan would take Gnabry back. Absolute baller. Shaquille said Arteta is at fault for Pepe's progression because when Pepe hit form every time, he sat on the bench the next game. That will mess with a player's mind mentality because you're going to think it doesn't matter what I do. I hear you on that. I hear you. Would you rather take Saka off and move ESR to the left and put Sambi at the middle, put Saka for Martinelli? Saka's having a poor game. I would bring Martinelli on for Saka. And I'd bring Sambi on for Smith Rowe. Drop Sambi in next to Partey. And then play Odegaard in the 10, Martinelli left, and Pepe right. Have you seen the Mikel Ask Me Questions? You can have great content out of that. Bro, we could probably get a whole interview out of that. It's a shambles again. People now saying that some of the accounts were made up, which is just embarrassing. Can you imagine how many difficult questions they avoided in that interview? Michael said, wow, first bit of magic we've seen in a while. Odegaard, one-man show in the first half. Great goal. Yes, lads, let's get another, please. Odegaard played really well after the goal. Need to get him on the ball. Two half-eights with Odegaard and Smith Rowe doesn't quite work, 100%. I see 25 assists in Pepe per season, but he doesn't have the natural goal scorers around him. We keep missing sitters. 25 assists. Is he about that life? I mean, that Smith Rowe chance there, he should be scoring that, which, if Pepe gets an assist there, he's getting praise. This is the problem. Pepe receives the ball behind him all the time. Opinion on Ben White? I'm not sure. I got to be honest. I am not sure about Ben White. In a game like this, it worries me. Maybe against a smaller, more nimble striker, but he looks like he's a weakness in our back four today, and that worries me. We've got to get the second goal. We have to get the second goal, people. Majority of accounts in that Q&A start with AFC. How's that possible? They were cherry-picked, man. They made sure. Zama said, we are moving mad, Curtis. Top four inevitable. Just dreaming. Top four of the bottom half of the table, possibly. Saka's position today looks lost. It's not happening for him at all. Even there, Pepe rolls it into him. Heavy touch. That could be 2 assists for Pepe in the first half, in all fairness. I would be pretty frustrated if I was him as well. If Burnley equalise, we are in big trouble, 100%. Next goal is going to dictate this game, that's for sure. Whoever scores next will probably go on to win the game, if I'm being totally honest. Because I don't know if we will bounce back from an equaliser very well. We need that next goal to finish them off. Arteta in, hey, we're not quite there. Love how Tommy played the ball out for a throw. Others would have played a risky ball. He's doing the simple things well. And sometimes in football, that's all you've got to do. They say football is complicated by bad players. The good players, they do things well and simply. And he looks good. Cruz sure could have finished that. Big up, Cruz. He got a goal this morning as well. Big up to him. Fran said this will be a good win, more on the mental side than anything else for me. Well, Fran, we got Tottenham next week. We're clearly not playing well in terms of performance and transition. But if we can go into that game on the back of 2 victories, it does a lot for the confidence. We've got 7 days to prepare, or 8 days, actually. The game's next Sunday. Spurs obviously lost to Palace last week. They play Chelsea tomorrow, which could be more points dropped. And the tables could turn slightly, but we have to get the 3 points today. E. Ross said, see, Big C, come on back, Pepe, see the light. Listen, let me make this clear. I am 100% backing Pepe. But we also have to be constructive with all of our players. And we can't ignore the fact he cost £72 million. When you're seeing Saint-Maximin, Traore, these players that cost a lot less, damaging fullbacks. Now, I know a lot of their output is not great and a lot of it is excitement and hype. But you just want a winger that fullbacks are scared of, to me, when you've spent 72 million. I'm not sure how scared left backs are of Nicolas Pepe. And that's something that I think he has to address. Big up Cruz, future baller. Big up Tommy is a baller. He looks decent, but I'll judge him in a few weeks. Norwich and Burnley don't have great wingers who are playing against him. So have we seen him really, really tested out defensively yet? I think we'll judge him more at that point. Brendan Collins, thank you for the super chat, bro. Said, Curtis, as an ex-pro, I assume you feel restricted creatively when you are being overcoached. Arteta is Russell Crowe in a beautiful mind, lost in theory. You just don't need to be overcoached. Again, as I always say, the best coaches are the simplest. Do this, do that. This is how we do this. This is how we do that. Get in the final third. Express yourself. Freedom. This is how we move. We are almost, I feel like Arteta wants to play perfect football. You cannot play Manchester City football with Arsenal players, this current crop of Arsenal players, because we do not have those players. Which is why I've said time and time again, Arteta has to find a different way of playing. If he wanted to play perfect football or possession-based football, he needed to sign a central midfielder that will string it all together, and we don't have that. That's the problem. Big up Brendan with the super chat. South London's finest, Mikel Ross is definitely singing Dice Pineapples in the changing room. Yo, I'm telling you, man, he needs to sort himself out. Man wants to play the formula football with no mathematicians. Do you know what I'm saying? It don't add up. It does not add up. Curtis Saka is overrated and overhyped. I'm not going to start downplaying him. I think some people got carried away with him, but I don't want to shoot him down either and say, oh, he's rubbish. No, he's out of form. How old is he? 19, 20? One player of the season last year. Maybe he needs a rest, people. Maybe he needs a rest. And that's down to the manager. Prince Teddy said 1K likes needed, people. Come on. Let's hit them. Let's hit that like button. Big up Maxwell. Mikel Lasso settings, man. I'm telling you. Big C saying nothing about Aubameyang. Where is that comment? I won't hide, you know. Yo, he was stinking out the place in the first half. I can't lie. No service, but he didn't do anything. So I'm not gonna. I will not hide. I'm telling you, he was poor. He was poor. Amir said, Big C, keep up the good work. Really enjoy your content and your knowledge in the game, brother. Thank you very much for your kind words and support. Coach Jordash said, too many similar players on the pitch, so predictable. We are. I think teams, you know, Max Aaron said last week after Arsenal beat Norwich 1-0, he said Norwich were disappointed in the changing room. They felt like they'd missed an opportunity of getting 3 points, you know. When have teams like Norwich felt like that about Arsenal? They're looking at us as an opportunity to beat us. Frankie said Saka has been playing all the international games. He has had no breaks. I think he had 3 weeks off in the summer, but obviously he missed pretty much all of pre-season. So he's kind of doing his pre-season on the pitch, you know. Saka's been bang average. He has, for me, second half, I'd get him off for Martinelli. Aubameyang's last season, in my opinion. Listen, if it doesn't happen for him this season, you could be right. You could be right. He may have to be moved on, but who's going to buy him? I don't see anybody buying him on those kind of wages at that age and out of form. Who would spend that money on him? Um, 62% possession in the first half. But we're not doing much with the ball. That's the problem. Aubameyang only shows up during the cups. I mean, listen, 2.5 years he was great in the league and the cups, but yeah, he doesn't look the same player. But this team, mate, I'm telling you now, as a striker at any level, would you want to play in that Arsenal system? Unless you're a monster in the air, I don't know how you thrive in that Arsenal team. I really don't. All they do is put crosses in, you know? E. Ross, appreciate your super chat. Said, totally agree about Pepe. Want to see him do more. Oh, second half's underway, people. Here we go. Want to see him do more for sure. Average performance first half, but let's take it to them in the second half. And the second half is now underway. Big up to E. Ross with the super chat. Really appreciate that. We are live and direct. We are back. Let's get these 3 points, people, man. We can't be messing about. This is a must, I repeat, a must-win game for Arsenal Football Club. We have to win this. I didn't even check the Premier League scores at half-time. That's how caught up I was. I believe, didn't you say Liverpool winning 1-0? I don't think there's been many other goals. Norwich and Watford, perhaps. I think is Man City 0-0 as well. But yeah, we're back underway. And make sure you smash the likes and subscribe, people. City struggling to fill a 44k stadium. I think their stadium is actually 54k. But yeah, we know all that Pep shenanigans in the week about not being able to fill the stadium. We should get that Napoli striker, Osimhen. Looked very good against Leicester the other day. He's very quick and lively, man. He was at Lille, actually. Sean Dyche looks fired up. He's just signed a new 4-year contract, actually. So he's probably optimistic about the future, you know, for Burnley. Burnley on the attack. Petrol station is 0-0, he says. Come on, don't mess about. Burnley on the attack. Chris Wood will suit Arsenal. He would be a good option to bring off the bench. Real talk. Him or Barnes. as a guy to just come on and hold the ball up and win your headers, you know? Ben White ramping again, people. Gotta be careful here. Burnley have started the first half lively, people. They're on to us, which they will be. Sean Dyche will not let them just come out and, you know, get beat to Arsenal. Ben White getting bullied. Not strong enough. Not for a game like this. Might be that good, light, you know, ball playing centre back. Tomiyasu's been good, by the way. I've been impressed with him. But and Pepe doing some crazy passes there, by the way. Tony slanders the club and then you guys sign him the Arsenal way. Wouldn't surprise me. He looked good today, Ivan Toney. Scored one, created another one. I think he had 2 goals disallowed as well. But Ben White, mate, getting absolutely bullied. Absolutely bullied. £50 million and the man's getting bossed. Might have to swap him. Might have to put him at right back. Tomiyasu looks like he can handle himself better. Seaside Mustafi, they call him. Calvert-Lewin would be our best choice next summer. I would personally be I'd be up for that one. Calvert-Lewin, fantastic in the air, holds the ball up well, looks like he's improving, and I agree. I would definitely take Calvert-Lewin all day long. Burnley on the attack here. We got to be careful. We've started this second half slow. You know what Burnley are going to do? They're going to get the ball wide. They're going to cross it in and try and bully Ben White in the air. If they don't win the first header, they'll try and get the seconds. It's obvious how they're going to play. Surely we've planned for this, but are we ready to deal with it? That is the problem. Big Up Ageless said Tommy hasn't lost a header and he's looking technically good. Should swap him with White. Also remember, only part in Aubameyang over 25. This is a young team. How old's Pepe? But I think Pepe might only be 25. So, yeah, you make a good point. It is a very young team. Oh, Pepe's 26, actually. Couple shots there. We're under pressure. Hey, appreciate the super chat, by the way, Ageless Tuber. Thank you very much. Oh, the Gooner said Aubameyang is starving up front. Absolutely starving, mate. And what's the alternative? I think we may have to bring Lacazette on. At least Lacazette can link play and string it together a little bit. Oh, man, Saka is on one, people. Saka, man, he needs to come off. You've got to bring Martinelli on. He's having a stinker. Absolute stinker. We are under pressure. Burnley creating chances here. Honestly, man, Bakayo is absolutely having one. That's about the second or third time I've just seen him give the ball away. Get him off. Get him off for Martinelli, man. Quick. He's just putting Tierney under pressure. He needs a break. Needs a break from the team. He needs to go on the bench, do his fitness work, get ready, do his preseason now almost. Rodney says, Curtis, what would Calvert-Lewin cost? How realistically could Arsenal get him from Everton? He would be difficult to get. I think he'd cost. What would you say, people? How much would Calvert-Lewin really? At least 50 million. At least. Because Everton are well off as well. This ain't no broke team, by the way. Maybe more than 50. Because they're not going to want to sell him either. So they're not going to pick a price that suits you. You could be talking 60 million plus for Calvert-Lewin. I can't lie. We were talking 60, 70 for Maddison, who's an attacking midfielder. Strikers are at an absolute premium. You could be talking 70 million. So it'd be very difficult. Everton would want 60. English tax, yeah, exactly. England international as well. Burnley putting us under all sorts of pressure. Although we have got the ball back now. Come on. Look after the ball better, man. There was half appealing for a penalty there, Burnley, trying to say handball, but clearly just deflected up onto the arm. Usmanov will price Arsenal out of the deal out of spite. Yeah, he'll probably ask for like 100 mil. Nottingham Forest tuning up after Chris Hughton's sacking. Well done to the local team, man. Forest winning at Huddersfield. Frautetta again letting us down. He'll be so happy, won't he? If he scrapes another 1-0, he won't mind. Andrea said, I'm drinking a lemonade, but I'm going to change it to a beer. Might need it to rest those nerves, man. Eunice said 55 million for Calvert-Lewin would be an excellent purchase. Height, power, and strength. Very good player, man. Very good player. I'm really hoping that this Tomiyasu and Pepe partnership builds. I sometimes wonder the problem with Arsenal is, are we asking too much defensively from Nicolas Pepe? I see Pepe in positions where I don't see Mahrez, I don't see Salah, I don't see Mane on the edge of our own box, doubling up and defending. I just don't see that. You know, those teams allow their wingers to stay higher up the pitch, where we don't do that. I think that's what holds him back. But maybe we're not good enough defensively to allow that to happen. You know, that could be the problem. We need the second goal. To be honest, I think if we go 2-0 up, Burnley are finished. I can't lie. I think the second goal would knock the stuffing out of them. Yeah, smash the likes. Apparently, we got over 800 likes, so big up to all of you. We can hit 1,000. That would be great. The ESR doing madness. Again, another player that needs to add goals to his game. Simple as that. You know, Saka and Smith Rowe should be getting close to 10 goals a season with the amount of game time they've been getting. Tomiyasu, for me, has possibly been man of the match in this game. He's won every header. Smith Rowe, that was a good opportunity for him as well. Didn't get no power in his shot and hit it straight at the keeper with his left foot. Good build-up. Better from Saka there. Found Aubameyang. Get it to Smith Rowe. Why did he try and side foot that? Surely you've got to drill that and put your foot for it. We just side foots it straight at the keeper. Not the best to play there. I think Gabriel's been good today. He's been the better of the two centre-backs as well. Ilka Staneka is big up, big up. Ginger Guna. Poor performance, boring football. Ramsdale has been class, says Roll Right. Ben White won a duel, said MO7. Big Tommy looks solid, says that guy. He does look very good. I've been impressed with him. But like I said, I will reserve judgment until he plays against a Wilfred Zaha, a Jack Grealish, a Raheem Sterling, a Mane, one of those left wingers that's really going to put him on the back foot. Offside there for Arsenal. Free kick to Burnley. 10 minutes into the second half. It's going to be interesting how Arteta manages this game. It's still very finely balanced at 1-0. And I don't feel comfortable at 0-0 that this game is by any means secure. And that's the worry. Tierney gets fouled there. We have to look after the ball better. Saka bang average. Yeah, it's been awful today, to be fair. He has. Did Partey come out of the locker room? He's listen, it's his first game back. It's going to be difficult for him playing in midfield basically by himself. It's going to be difficult. I think people need to understand that. He is not fully fit. He got a bad injury in pre-season. Ankle injuries are very dangerous. Maybe ESR should borrow Grealish's leg muscle. Yeah, since you want to, have the socks low down and wear the number 10 and all that, you got to perform. Back your talk. Should buy St. Maximum. He would be expensive, but I think all Arsenal fans would be in favour of signing St. Maximum. That's for sure. He's very dangerous. Cornet coming on. Good player, former Lyon. I'm shocked that he left Lyon to join Burnley of all teams. Goalie also manages his defence. Ramsdale better than Leno. A lot of people saying how vocal Ramsdale was when they were at the Emirates last week and how much they could hear him. We need one more. I feel scared. We definitely need one more. The next goal will dictate this whole game. If they equalise, you know what's going to happen. They're going to put 20 crosses in. It'll be backs against the wall and we'll be hanging on. Good ball there by Ben White. Tierney into Saka, who is offside, and sums up his performance. I'll always back Saka as a player. Of course, we got his back. But this performance today, nah, mate. Barnes off. That's a crazy decision. Crazy. Dangerous. I would never take Barnes or Chris Wood off against Arsenal. They're our two biggest threats, to be honest. So very surprised. Saka playing poorly today, 100%. Curtis, I think Tommy's good enough to play in midfield. He's a baller. Does he see the picture enough, in midfield's totally different. But possibly, apparently he can play CDM. Sean said sent maximum 35 to 40 million. I think Newcastle would maybe ask for even more than that. But Ashley Barnes has come off, and for me, I'm delighted for that because he is a problem. Saka needs to be dropped for the North London derby. It might be that time, real talk. It might be that time that you got to drop him and give Martinelli his opportunity. Yeah, he deserves it for me. He's got to come on in this game. I just hope it's not that, it's Saka, so even though he's playing terrible, like, I won't take him off. That's where you need a strong manager to say, listen, I don't care. He's been awful. Take him off. So Arsenal still lead 1-0. Vidra came on as well. I didn't even notice that. I'm really surprised they took Barnes off. I really am. I don't know if he's not fully fit, but he is. Although they're going to have different problems now. This corner is a dangerous player. How he left Leon to go to Burnley, I will never know. How and why he made that move. I just hope he doesn't trouble us when he comes on, because he is decent. Zaha is class. 100%. 100%. We should have signed him years ago. Is it still 0-0 in that Liverpool game? Rafinha better than St. Maximum, said South London's finest. He's a baller, by the way, that Rafinha. Arsenal man said it took 1 year for Arteta to change the goalkeeper. Now there is a change in our play. Not enough of a change, though. Here come Burnley on the attack. What's going on here? Come on. Keep going. Don't start buffering. We don't need it right now. We need to know what's going on. Corner to Burnley. Still 1-0 at Liverpool, right? Yeah, save Ramsdale. Come on, don't mess about. Yeah, cleared it as well. We have got to be careful. I just hope we do not sit back on our laurels and hope that we just get a victory out of this. Curtis, Southampton penalty. Who is Southampton playing? Man City. Oh my days. City red card. What's going on, people? What is going on? Man City red card. Pep's going to go mad. Everybody sit down. Nobody talk. Oh my days. Is that true, people? Penalty and red card. I wonder if they filled their stadium today, Man City, or whether there's loads of cards empty. Who got sent off, people? Let me know. Who got sent off for Man City? Big up Stephen in the chat. Hope you're well. Hi, Curtis. Can't stay long as I'm doing my own Arsenal watch-along. Keep up the great work. You too, bro. Appreciate that. Over 1,500 of you in here. Make sure you like the video. Let's get past 1,000 likes. Subscribe as well. Let's get them numbers up. I'm sure some of you haven't subscribed yet. Daily content. You know how the drill goes, people. We're every day. Let's hope we're not doing any Arsenal therapy tomorrow. We need the 3 points. Desperately need the 3 points. And to be fair, we're on nearly 900 likes, so you're already doing your job. Oh, yay. Burnley are probing. We got to be careful. We have got to be careful, people. We're sitting back way too much. Mikel, make the change. Who got sent off for Man City, people? Apologies. Let me know in the... Kyle Walker. No. I've got him in my dream team, in another dream team that I've got. Has points off. And then they're going to concede a goal as well. So that dream team's a mess. Look, Burnley on the... We got to be careful. Big C, you're on Saka's case, but Pepe is just as bad. The only thing is a bit more wasteful is Saka. I like Sambi, yeah? Sambi Lakonga. Come on, Arsenal. Come on. It's not... We started this second half very sluggish and slow. We are absolutely terrible to watch, I tell you that. VAR check at the Southampton game, is it? Is it going to be a red card? Let me know. Oh, here come Burnley. Come on, deal with it. Deal with it. Burnley on the attack. Corner again. Oh, we're sitting back too much. No red card overturned. Kyle Walker. Yeah. Corner to Burnley. We're living on the edge here, man. 62 minutes gone. Make a change. Make a change. You've got quality on the bench. Aubameyang ain't doing nothing. Bring Lacazette on for the hold-up. Saka ain't doing nothing. Bring Martinelli on. You've got the options there. Got the options, people. Nah. Don't be doing that. We can't be having false scores. We can't be having that, people. We ain't got the patience for that. We're, you know what I mean? We're anxious right now. Never a pen or red. Okay, so it's not a penalty or a red card. No pen, no red. Pep would have been going crazy. But nah. No Burnley goal, but we are sitting back too much. Watford are winning 2-1. Watford playing Norwich. I wonder if Ben Foster's in goal, man. We're sitting back way too much. Why are we sitting back so much? There was a chance there. Pepe, it was a poor... See, and this is what I'm talking about, right? This is... For anybody watching the Arsenal game, look at that pass from Nicolas Pepe. A half-decent ball there, and Aubameyang is one-on-one with the goalkeeper, opening up his body to bend it in the far corner. And Pepe underhits the pass. It's awful. That, to me, is a very straightforward pass that he should have found him there. That is terrible. 72 million, you got to play that pass. I'd be confident of finding that pass. Two defenders, big gap, roll it between them. Aubameyang's in, the man's under-hitting the pass. Awful. That's awful play, man. That's 2-0 game over if he scores that. Fran is not a big fan of Pepe, by the way. He's not having him at all, but that's not good enough, man. It's hard to defend him when he does things like that. We should have got Zaha, no doubt, but it is what it is. So frustrating, man. Is this manager going to make substitutions? Please let me know. Because we got quality players on the bench that can help. Big up, Mr. Pads. Curtis, hope you and your fam are well. Poor performance. Same to you. Same to everyone in the chat. Hope you're well, enjoying yourself. Well, it's difficult to enjoy this game. I can't lie. It's an absolute scrappy game. But we'll take a scrappy victory, man. We're not in a position to moan about 3 points, but the performance is poor. Very poor. Ben White has not looked great today. He hasn't dealt with Burnley's physical presence too well. You know, they're clearly targeting him as well. 25 minutes to go. This is going to be a long 25 minutes, I'll tell you that much. Why no subs? I've got no idea. Why does he wait so long? Okay, come on, Arsenal, come on. Come on, get a shot off here, man. We just slow it down. Come on. The goal's not there, man. We need that second goal. Arsenal goal. Hey, behave, man. Behave. Sambi. Spurs will ruin us playing like it's corner to Arsenal. Nah, listen, Spurs are not great either. That's what you got to understand, though. Spurs are not great. Bromley 2, Barnet 0. Hey, whatever you need to update, man, keep us updated. Someone might need to know. You might have a bet on it or something. Come on, Arsenal. Let's get that second goal and finish them off. Nathan said, Saka and Aubameyang get frustrated with Pepe often. Listen, man, they're all kind of a little bit to blame at times as well, man. None of them are perfect by any means. I find this Arsenal team so frustrating to watch. We've had a couple of attacks here as well, but Odegaard's been decent. Hasn't been on the ball enough, but I like how he's coming to get the ball and starting to put passes together. He looks like the player that we're playing through, and I like that. I like that. We need somebody to get in there and get on the ball. Offside there, man. Oh man, Oba, Pepe, Saka, our whole front three today are stinking out the place. Absolutely stinking out the place. I can't lie. Even there, Aubameyang can lay Pepe off and the man's overhitting it. Poor, poor, poor. I think Lacazette and Martinelli and Sambi Lakonga, I'd bring all three of them on. Stinking out Turf Moor and... Oh, man. That there, again, Aubameyang, that is an opportunity to lay Pepe in to maybe score there. And the same what Pepe did to Aubameyang. It's awful. Has Martinelli been kidnapped? I don't know what this guy's done. Oh, no. Burnley on the attack. We're in trouble here, I think. What is going on? It's a penalty to Burnley, people. We just knew it was coming. These man are so weak. They're so weak. They're not up for the fight. They don't get, like, come on. Come on, people. This team will never learn. Bottle job team, people. Absolute bottle jobs. I hope VAR pulls us out of this. This team. Stinking out the place. Come on, VAR. Hook us up. Is that... I don't know, you know. I don't know. People all over Ben White, innit? Ben White a disgrace. He can't deal with it. They're bullying him. Disgraceful to give a penalty. Worst case scenario, a draw is just as bad as a loss. I'm done, I'm telling you. Now, don't get me wrong. That's poor defending, but is that a penalty? VAR, come on. Hook us up. It's no Yes! Come on! VAR! 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 Come on! No penalty, people. Let's go. Apologies, because I watched the game with no commentary, so I can't hear it. Come on! See! No penalty. Take that. Stinky Burnley, mate. I can't stand Burnley, you know, seriously. No disrespect to any Burnley fans, man. I don't like the kit. I don't like the stadium. I don't like nothing about the style of play. Get in there. Lucky, though. Lucky, man. These men have to, you know, lucky that Ramsdale caught, you know, poor from Ben White. Ben White's been stinking out the place as well. Even their badge is boring. Trust me, man. It's Burnley, innit? Like, no one don't want Burnley in the Prem. Let's be totally honest, man. Oh, mate, Rodney, please. Don't get me started on Saliba. Don't get me started on Saliba, because are you telling me that this brother can't get in this defense? Ben White's going to get peppered this season. I can just see it already. You know, he's not about that life. Jeez, some VAR, man. Again, 71 minutes gone nearly. No subs. Where's the subs, bruv? We got good players on the bench. Bring on some players and freshen it up. Yeah, Ben White's worried me today. He's been battered. He's been absolutely battered by Chris Wood and that. Ramsdale did so well there to get his foot on the ball. Otherwise, we were done. Seaside Mustafi, Brighton robbed us. Everyone. Every single Arsenal fan around the land pretty much was like, go to Brighton, buy Basuma, buy Basuma, buy Basuma. We go to Brighton and we pay 50 Ross Clark million for a guy that They don't even rate as their best defender. They was all like 50 million. What? You buying Lewis Dunk? No, we're buying Ben White. They're like, what? I spoke to a couple of Brighton fans. They were like, tidy, good on the ball, bit of speed, but defensively, not all that. You lot are paying 50 mil. Listen, I'm not writing him off. Again, I'm not writing him off. Systems suit players. You put John Stones in the Man City team, guess what? He looks fantastic because they keep the ball. When he gets the ball, he has 3 or 4 options every time, and it suits him. With Ben White, we don't have a ball-playing centre mid that's going to come, get the ball, create angles, and help him. So, again, the system. But this is where you have to question the recruitment. If we are not a possession-based ball-playing team, why are you spending £50 million on a ball-playing centre-back? Fran said Ben White needs to be in a ball-playing team who don't have to defend, not us who have to defend all the time. And there you go, Fran. There you go. We might as well have bought Lewis Dunk, who heads it, wins his tackles, and organises, because we are defending constantly. So why have a ball-playing centre-back when we don't play good football? It's crazy. Put some respect on Ramsdale's name. He saved us. He got us out of the mud there, I'm telling you. Seriously did. If you don't touch the ball there, it's a card, it's a penalty, and we're messed up. Wall said, Curtis, we are lacking in the final third. We're lacking in all thirds, I think. But 73 minutes, and this guy ain't made a substitution watching this performance. Oh, man. Lewis Dunk would have been much better and cheaper. He would have, 100%. Oh, man, what is going off here, man? 17 minutes to go. Thomas Partey saying, get me off. Now, I'm hoping that is just, maybe he's told him, when you're tired, tell me and I'll take you off. If he's saying, take me off because my leg's mashed up again, I'm sorry, but this Indomie brother, I'm going to lose my head with him, because what exactly is happening to this guy? Why is he always injured? What is going on? He's doing interviews saying he loves Indomie noodles. Bro, you need to eat some hard food. You need some dumpling and some yam and some vegetables. This guy played all the time for Atletico Madrid. He comes to England. He can't get through one game. He plays one game, then breaks down. I don't understand it. The guy is a liability in our team. I said this the other day, people. Availability is one of the best abilities in football. And this guy is 24/7 injured. Sambi is on. Here come... oh, good block. Ball whipped in. I actually think Gabriel has played really well. Really well today. Maybe Partey is older than he claims. I'm telling you, man, I want to see passports. He might be 46 with grandkids. You need some hard food, man. Some proper food. Sick of seeing this guy injured. Big, strong Thomas Partey comes to the Prem every minute. Injured. What's going on? Man's injured every minute. Shocking performance in the second half. My goodness, Curtis. Serious issues under this manager. The only positive, and I mean the only positive, is the fact we are winning the game. That is the only positive. We are stinking out the place again. But if we win the game, I'll tell you, look, now Tierney's down. He's got cramp. All these. Look at these Burnley. Nah, listen. And listen, I've been to Burnley before to watch Arsenal. I can tell you. I'm trying to be respectful here, but it is a unique place. Let me tell you that. And not for the right reasons, I was looking forward to getting out of there. Let's put it that way. But nah, man, it's I don't understand this manager. Why he waits so long to make substitutions. Ainsley and Sambi obviously have come on, and Smith Rowe and Partey came off. That system didn't work for me. Playing 2 number 8s just didn't. I mean, Southgate's at the game today. Southgate's probably going, you know what, mate? Maybe Saka needs to go under 21s or something. Yo, sure. It's a unique place, I'm telling you, Burnley, man. You know, there's certain places that is a unique place, let me tell you. Partey was good today. I wouldn't say he was good. Wouldn't say he was good. He wasn't bad. Didn't have a lot of help next to him in midfield. With one in midfield, but he wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't like making mistakes and stuff. But did he influence the game enough? And you know, it's just frustrating when he's constantly coming off injured. Hopefully, it's just a bit of muscle tightness and no real injury. Can we hang on, people? 13 minutes to go. For me, I would be getting Lacazette on. Aubameyang has been poor. Ainsley on for Partey. Goal kick to Arsenal. 13 minutes to go. Come on, just hang on. Partey, I think, was probably just a bit of cramp, maybe. Like Tierney had cramp, I'm hoping. Rowan said Ben White, Pepe, Saka stinking the place. Tomiyasu, Gabriel, and Ramsdale. I hear you on that. I think them three have probably been our best players. Tomiyasu, Gabriel, Ramsdale. Definitely not an attacking player. That is for certain, mate. Our attack has been awful. Salah scored for Liverpool, apparently, 2-0. Fantasy League settings. Goal and an assist. That guy is a dream in your dream team, I'm telling you. He always produces. Gabriel and Saliba. Saliba must watch Arsenal and go, what on earth is going wrong? How can I not get involved in this team, man? Because there's nothing there that should be stopping him getting an opportunity, you know? Well, we got 10, 12 minutes to go. Saka, some poor performances today, but if we get out of there with a 1-0, we'll take it. Curtis, I can't wait to play this Arsenal next week. Mike is obviously a Spurs fan, but listen, hopefully Arsenal turn up in the derby, man. We have to. And I'm hoping Spurs get beaten up tomorrow by Chelsea and their confidence is gone. Tierney has to throw the towel in. Every time I watch Tierney play, this guy's on the floor getting treatment from a physio. This is what I said. A lot of people rave about Tierney at Arsenal. Tierney's unbelievable. He should be Arsenal captain. There's no point making him the captain. He misses half the games in a season. That's a great header, by the way, from Gabriel there. I actually think he's been excellent today. Him and Tomiyasu. Been really impressed with them too. Tavares on. Kieran Tierney, mate, I'm telling you, that guy, he's made of that plastic Tesco bag that they always used to hype him up about. Tierney and Partey forever injured. So frustrating. Two players that you would look at and go, you know, we're relying on them. We need them on the pitch, and they're constantly injured. Nuno Tavares is on. Hooroo! The dog's in the building. Come on, Arsenal. Let's get a second goal, finish it off, make it look comfortable. Get Aubameyang his goal, man. It's not happening yet. Don't look like Lacazette's getting a run out. In fact, we've made all three subs, haven't we? So Laka, he's not kicking a ball. How Saka has seen now 90 minutes, I will never know. Manchester City are drawing 1-0 at home to Southampton. I said it time and time again. They will not win the title without a striker. If you've got Harry Kane up front, you win that game today. I'm telling you. I bet they've missed loads of chances. Wolves 0, Brentford 2 from earlier. Arsenal winning 1-0. Liverpool beating Palace 2-0. Man City 0, Southampton 0. And Norwich 1, Watford 2. There are your latest scores, people. In the Premier League. Not the most exciting match of the day later on. But at least we might be able to watch it. Aubameyang, jeez. Aubameyang, Saka, and Pepe have been they have been an absolute horror show up front today. Don't get me wrong, the service is not great, but damn. Every time they get the ball, they lose it. I would say that Did I say drawing 1-0? Apologies. 0-0. I would say Pepe's been the best out of the three, but trust me, he still has not been particularly good at all. Man City, no shots on target. That is unbelievable. Pep's going to lose his head, mate. I'm telling you. No fans in the ground. 9 shots off target. That's what happened. That's what happens when you got no striker. You know, no striker, man. They got no end product. Come on, Arsenal. We need to see this out. 8 minutes to go. It's been a stinker again. This is not a game we are going to look back on and go, oh, I can't wait to watch the highlights from that 1-0 victory at Burnley. But we'll take it. Gabriel today, I must say, people, I think has been superb for us. Honestly, I've been so impressed with him. Ramsdale in goal. Very good again. Hopefully 2 clean sheets out of 2. Yo, this guy, Sambi Lokonga, man. I love the calmness of him on the ball. But we are going to have to defend. Burnley on the attack. 7.5 minutes to go, people. We've got to hang on. Plus time added on as well, which there have been a number of substitutions. We need to see this game out. Corner to Burnley. Come on. See it out, man. See it out. You've got to get the 3 points. This is a must-win game. No messing about. Gabriel has been superb today. Seriously, man. 926 likes. Come on, people. Let's hit that 1,000. 74 of you hit that, and we're there, people. Come on. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Come on. Guide us to the 3 points. We need it. Shane said, get him out, Mikel. Saka's levels have dropped like all our other attackers. Is it a coincidence? What attacker thrives under Mikel Arteta? I would genuinely love somebody to guide me through that. How, as an attacking player, you can thrive in this system. That's a great tackle from Sambi. I don't know why they're saying that's a foul. Appreciate the super chat, Shane. MD says, big up C. Hope you're well, bro. Saka is a weak link. That's harsh. Burnley on the attack. Oh, we dealt with it there. Ramsdale on corners is classy. He looks good. I've been impressed with it. 6 minutes to go. Come on, Arsenal on the attack. Move the ball. Move the ball. Let's get that second. Make it comfortable. It breaks down, man. Oh, system. It's a Sega Master System, mate. That's what system it is. For some of the older ones, will know about Sega Master Systems. That's what system it is. It's old and not very reliable. Any attacking player will immediately be downgraded under Arteta, or Fraud Teta, as you've called him. Not Gabriel's biggest fan, but he seems back to his best. I'm a fan of Gabriel. I like him. I think he's a little bit rash sometimes. He tries to win the ball all the time when he could stand up, but I like him. Ramsdale's been class today. Man like Rambo, you know, just coming and collecting. Let's get this 3 points and get out of it. Our 2 fullbacks are absolutely huge. Good size, physicality and speed. I think we're getting to the point where Nuno might need a run in the team. I've got to be honest. Tin is a sick note. Scottish Jack Wilshere. He's injured all the time. We're under pressure here, by the way. Burnley on the attack. Shot. Oh, we cleared it. Tomiyasu has been good. At the moment, I'm thinking man of the match would be maybe Ramsdale or Gabriel for me, or Tomiyasu. Dwayne Fraser, appreciate the super chat, bro. Said, Beer Clowns playing for Arsenal. This is dreadful. Listen, it's not pretty, that's for certain. We get in positions, right, around the penalty area where you're like, play the right ball there and we score. And we do not pick the right pass. We are so poor in that final third. Is it because when we play, we're not in those positions enough? You know, when you keep repeating something, it generally becomes a natural habit. And I feel like we don't do that enough. Big up Daniel Chambers with the super chat. This game has been so boring. It has. It really has. Gabriel, for me, man of the match. I got to be honest. Although we are still defending, so maybe I should reserve that judgment until we got away with it. 4 minutes to go, plus time added on. Ramsdale, excellent as well. It's a tricky one. Ramsdale, Gabriel. Then I'm thinking Tomiyasu and Odegaard. But I think Ramsdale and Gabriel have been the best too. Gabriel has won so many headers today. And Ramsdale basically stopped us from conceding a penalty with that quality goalkeeping. Black Sheep Soup said, Sega Master System, my first console, bought it near Hyson Green. Come on, man. Old school Master System, you know. If you know, people. If Gabriel gets injured, we are screwed. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to start seeing Holding or Pablo Mari playing next to Ben White. That's for certain. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0. Come on! Bring it home, man. Get out of Burnley with them 3 points. 3-point collectors. That's what we need. Andy Knight said, mid-table game, Curtis. We need to get used to this. Oh, man. Andrea said, Curtis needs a beer and a massage. I'm telling you, man. Stressful. What we got left? 3 minutes to go, people. Ramsdale, the next Peter Schmeichel. Let's relax before we make them kind of judgments, you know. He definitely looks like he could be an upgrade on Leno, but again, time will tell. Burnley are putting us under pressure. We have to deal with it. 3 minutes to go, or 2.5 minutes to go. It's going to be a long 2.5 minutes. And I get the impression there'll be 3 or 4 minutes added on as well, because there have been a lot of substitutes in this second half. We need the win, 100%, Diogo. Tribe said, Curtis, I think the players don't want to play for this clown. They're just going through the motions. Listen, those attacking players are not enjoying this, I tell you that. Aaron Goatsdale, they're calling him. That's a banger. Take your time with it, football. I don't know if we're at that stage yet, for real, man. Leno is now our number 2. Mr. Pad said, what are your top 3 Jamaican dishes? I would say jerk chicken. I like... what else? I like mutton and rice. And I like... What would I say is the third one? I like Jamaican barbecue flavor as well, which is a bit different to regular barbecue. I've got plenty, man. I've got plenty, to be fair. You like brown stew chicken, yeah? Yeah, brown stew's nice as well. Oxtail, yeah, man, as well. Oxtail's nice. Curry goat. There's too many. Too many. City 90th minute. Have they scored? Have City scored? Or you're just telling me it's the 90th minute? Yeah, no goal. Saltfish. There's too much. There's way too much. You're making me hungry as well. Aki and Saltfish, come on. Damari Gray, worth 1.7 million, was breaking the lines of Burnley, and we have struggled all game. It's true. It is true. We're hanging on, though. 89th minute, people. Throw into Arsenal. Steamed fish, yeah. Again, there's too many, man. There's too many. Festival, mac and cheese. You lot making me hungry now. Curtis, we can't blame Arteta for those final passes to score a goal. Well, no, listen, but what I'm saying, it seems like the whole system is not built to attack, you know? It seems like we're kind of second-guessing ourselves when we're in those positions. We're in the 90th minute, people. Time added on now. How long is going to be added on? I haven't seen it yet. I reckon there'll be 3 or 4 minutes. We have to see this out. We have to. It has not been a glamorous performance. It has not been a glamorous game. Overcoached. Don't worry, we're going to try and get Kev on next week, and we'll have another debate. 997 likes, apparently, people. Get that sorted. Come on. 3 more of you. There we go. We've hit the 1,000. Big up to all of you. Great community support as always. 1,000 likes. Big up to all of you legends in the chat. Let's get these 3 points done and dusted, man, and do a little review after the game. But we're going to have a long way to go. Throw into Burnley. I believe there was 4 minutes added on. Was it 4 minutes? VAR in the City game. What's happened? People were saying there was a goal. I'm assuming it's been disallowed, has it? Because it still says 0-0. Burnley on the attack. If we play like this against Spurs, we are done. We're definitely going to have to step our level up. We need to finish this game, though, first. Burnley on the attack. Cleared it. He's playing percentage football. That's what I'm saying. You can't be playing that against Burnley, man. What I don't like about Arsenal at the moment, and maybe this is going to take time, is the lack of control. Goal kick to Arsenal. 2.5 minutes to go. There's definitely a lack of control in the game that I think we need. Some people will go, oh, yeah, but, we've had loads of possession. I mean, we've had 54% possession, but I still feel like we lack control of the game. Donna Ramsdale, man of the match for me. I'm all for them nicknames, man. No goal at City, so it was disallowed. That for Pep is a disastrous result. 0-0 at home to Southampton. Jeez. I saw people predicting 5-6-0. People thought they were going to get absolutely annihilated. So that's an incredible result if Southampton hang on to that. We went there and lost 5-0. Southampton getting 0-0. Man of the match for me, Tomiyasu. He's been very good. I'm kind of caught between Tomiyasu, Ramsdale, or Gabriel. I feel like in this second half, Gabriel's been superb. He's won pretty much every header. We got 90 seconds to go, people. See this game out. Get the 3 points. Make no mistake about it. This is a big result for Arsenal if we secure this, right? The performance, we have stunk out the place. It's a goal kick to Burnley again. When we get in attacking areas, we look like we don't know what to do. But if we can beat Tottenham next week, Brighton away the week after, going into the international break, if we can get 4 wins, when we finish the Man City game, most of us were saying we need to come back and win the next 4 games. Here come Burnley on the attack. 50 seconds to go. They're on the attack. This looks dangerous, people. Come on, deal with it. You've got to deal with it. 30 seconds to go now. Come on. Oh, shot wide. That should be that. That should be that. Come on. Take your time. Don't even take that goal kick for 30 seconds, mate. Big up, John. What's going on, Curtis? Keep up the good work with the content. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Gabriel is my man of the match, said Tokyo Guna. That should be that. I hope so. Come on. 10 seconds to go. Blow your whistle, ref. Big kick and finish this game. This is a big win for the Gunners, man. I'm very happy with this. Blow your whistle. 4 minutes are up. Come on. Where's the whistle, man? What are you waiting for? They always do this when when we need the whistle to go, Come on. We'll talk about man of the match and that after. I just want to make sure we've won. Yes! Come on! Woo! 3 points to the Gunners. Let's go. Let's go. It's over, people. Yes! Big 3 points, man. Performance dreadful. Result vital. Come on! 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0. Let's go. Yes, we'll take that all day long. We'd have all took that before the game. Come on. Very happy with that. Very. Performance, we'll have a totally different discussion about the performance. The performance was bang average. But that is a big, big win. Performance not great, but a vital 3 points. Ramsdale, Tomiyasu. Ramsdale, Tommy, Gabriel, and Odegaard, the standout players. North London derby next week. Yes, come on. Yes, come on. Big up to all of you in the chat, man. Yes. Feels good to win on a Saturday. I can enjoy the rest of the games now. Leave all the rest of them to stress over it, Come on. Big 3 points for the boys. Listen, anybody who didn't watch that game live, if you watch Match of the Day tonight, right, you're not gonna be like, yo, that's some great football there. We played poor football. We get into great positions and situations where it's like, go on, make something happen, and we don't make it happen. there were a lot of poor performances in the attack. I can't lie, but the result was vital. The result was absolutely vital. I thought Ramsdale was excellent. I thought Gabriel was quality. Apologies. Yeah, sometimes my stream was on time. They're moving back. Next week, we're back to Sky Sports, Tottenham. Oh, of course, we play Wimbledon on Wednesday, in fact. So we will be talking about the Wimbledon game midweek. Fran's coming on and Laurie may come on as well. So we will do a bit of reaction. So stay tuned. Stay fresh said, good win, but how can Lacazette not come on? Lacazette was pulled at 69 minutes every time he didn't score yet. We persist with this Aubameyang politics. Big up, stay fresh with the super chat. I think as well, you've got to understand with Lacazette, I think it's clear within Arsenal Football Club that Lacazette will leave in the summer on a free. And I think that he's going to leave him out sometimes. I think you will see games this season where Lacazette doesn't come on because he's going to be thinking to himself, I need to get the best out of Aubameyang, who's going to be here for another year or however long he's at the club when Lacazette is going to leave. So, because to me, I look at that game today, I don't know how Saka played 90. I don't know how Aubameyang played 90. I think the injuries or whatever it was with Tierney and Partey has probably got those guys 90 minutes on the pitch because they weren't good. Final ball was poor today. I think we could have scored more. Same thing last week against Norwich. We should have beat Norwich 2-3-0 last week. Again, today, I think we could have scored 2 or 3. The final ball, Pepe, little through ball to Aubameyang, couldn't play it. Aubameyang the same to Pepe. Saka got in and heavy touch. Smith Rowe missed chances, Big up Buenos Aires, Goon. I hope you're well, my bro. Thank you for the super chat. Said a win is a win, yes, but 2 wins with average performances versus the bottom teams is just pay pot over the cracks. We cannot play like this against better teams. I hear you on that. I hear you. But this is a results-based business. If we played, exuberant, glamorous football and lost or drawn, I'd be absolutely going mental right now. I would rather go and grind out results like that. And hopefully something builds over time because I still think in attack we are dreadful. I can't lie. I think in attack we are desperately lacking. We get into great positions and just miss that final ball. Full time in all the Premier League games, people. Manchester City have drawn 0-0 with Southampton at home. That is an unbelievable result, considering City beat Norwich and Arsenal 5-0 and scored 6 against RB Leipzig midweek. 1 shot on target for Manchester City today. That is a crazy performance. And again, no striker. They played Gabriel Jesus on the right, which I do think Man City will pay for not having a striker. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Come on, Craig. It's just about a victory. Couple high fives. Well done. Well played. Let's get on the coach. Let's get back home. Tottenham next week. Bang. 3 points in the bag. We move. Performance, bang average. Result, absolutely vital. Something to build on. Anthony said beating the 2 worst teams 1-0 is worrying. I don't know. Fran's in here. Let me get Fran in here, people. Yo.
What's happening? What is happening?
You're a bit quiet.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. We've got the win, so I'm all right.
Your mic's a bit quiet.
Let me have a look, see if you can turn me up. Is that it? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. A bit better, yeah.
Better, yeah? What's happening?
Yeah. Talk to me. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. First half was okay. Second half, we shown a little bit of character, to be fair. I thought we shown character second half more than anything. Like I said, I think Gabby was man of the match by a mile second half. First half, I thought Odegaard was probably our best player. But then when we needed people to roll our sleeves up, I thought a couple of players did. Yeah. Again, for me, the biggest win out of this was mentality. The last 2 games, the biggest win for me is mentality of the players. Performance-wise, listen, we ain't got the players to be buzzing. But mentality-wise, I just think it was needed.
What did you make of Ben White? Because I was saying there, for when you've spent 50 million on a defender and you can just blatantly see that Burnley are targeting him, and he looks shaky today as well. What was your thoughts on him?
Well, I think when we signed him, we spoke about it off air.
Yeah.
We know what type of player he is. We said we wouldn't mind playing against him when we were playing. He's the type of centre half that you think, you know what, he wears molds when all the other halves wear studs. You know, when a centre back wears molds, when we were playing, you knew he was the weak link. And for me, Ben White is the weak link when it comes to defending. And you've seen it today. On the ball, like I say, I think he is better, even though today was poor.
Yeah.
I think on the ball, you know, like when Danny Mills was saying he should have gone to a Liverpool or a City or a United, because he's going to get 3 or 4 options. You're playing in a struggling Arsenal team. So you're going to look even worse because you can't defend. And Woods and Barnes today, they bullied him a little bit, and he got off a couple of times. He got off scot-free. But was he the player that we needed? I don't think he was. And I think that was people's biggest problem. He was not a piece of the puzzle for me that we needed.
On a more positive note, Gabriel thought looked good. Tomiyasu, Ramsdale. There were a few good performances, most of them in defensive areas. What do you make of them guys?
Yeah, I thought Partey started quite well. He broke the lines a few times. You know, I'm Odegaard fan. He always wants the ball. And then he's shown that little bit of quality. Finally, we've seen him, you know, put the ball in the onion bag. But then the game changed. The game became a Burnley game. And your Odegaard is not going to shine when it becomes a Burnley game. And then you start to see the characters of the players. And I thought Ramsdale was proving a lot of people wrong. A lot of people get shaky when he gets the ball. But he knows he's under control. He's going to take those risks. So that's why we've brought him in, because Arteta wants him to be that way. And he saved us a bit today. Thought Gabby was magnificent.
Yeah.
And Gabby's better at that.
He is.
Gabby is the complete opposite to a Ben White. That's why I think they play them together. Gabby wants to fight you. He wants that bustle. And I thought it was magnificent today. And people will say, well, Fran, it's only Burnley. Burnley ain't no mugs. I know they've started off the season bad, but they're horrible to play against. And I thought this was just a good test for the mentality of the players. And it just shows probably what level that we're at. We're not relegation fodder. We're not dreadful. We're not going to compete at the top. So these 2 games have shown me the level where we are at the minute, which I think is mid-table.
Would you say... do these wins paper over the cracks that we're still not a very good team, or do you think these are building blocks? Like, we got Tottenham next week. Are you confident Arsenal can go and beat Spurs next week?
It's tricky, isn't it? Because I think it does smooth over certain cracks of where we are. But it wouldn't surprise me if we, you know, get a draw at Spurs, because it's a London derby. Form, and we don't know. But we are miles away. Away. You don't want to come on here after a win and sound really negative, but we are miles away from where we need to be. But today's result for me was a must-win game. Test your mentality. You know, people say, can you do it against a Burnley? We always seem to do well against a Burnley. That's for sure. So I thought it was a good performance for the day. That's my opinion. Do you know what I mean? I thought the front 3, no excuses. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done with Pepe. You can't convince me anymore. He's been here 2.5 seasons or whatever it is. I said it. He is getting longer than most people have football careers. What are we waiting for? For?
When you say what are you waiting for, what would you do? Just pull him out the team?
He's not playing. Because what's he doing? What? Tell me what he's doing.
But then in his defense, you could say that, you know, Saka was awful today.
Dreadful. Yeah.
Do you know, and listen, I agree with you. I'm asking a lot of questions over Pepe right now, you know, but I also look at, though, Fran, and think there's not one attacking player in our team is enjoying himself. You know, Saka's gone from player of the season to looks like he can't control a bag of cement. Aubameyang, I mean, I'm getting hammered in the comments every game because I've been defending this guy for months. And he looks like Odin Wengi, mate. You know what I'm saying? You then got Pepe, who ain't doing much. So I know I joke about this to Kevin Campbell. He said it's the players. I say it's the system, Kev. It's the manager. Don't you think that this system looks like a horrible system for an attacking player?
You know what it is? I think because we were both strikers and wingers, okay, there's always an argument for why players are not performing. So, for example, Saka has gone through the biggest and probably the most tragic thing in his football career, missing a penalty in a final for your home nation. We've got to understand that could have a very, very negative effect on Saka. And then he comes back to Arsenal and it's not going right for him. So in his defense, you've got that. Also, the system at times doesn't benefit attacking players. So then you've got, you should always balance the argument out. For Pepe, my thing with Pepe is he never looks threatening. That's my issue. At least Saka at times looks threatening. He's not today, and he's not in the last couple of games. But my problem is with Pepe is I think people look at it as a fashionable footballer. That's how I look at Pepe. You know, he's easy on the eye. He's got a little bit about him. He could be a nice guy. I don't see him producing as a footballer. That's my biggest issue with him. On his defense, like you say, Kurt, I don't think we're set up for anyone to flourish going forward. The link up from front to back. We've got one player who wants to link. One player.
Odegaard,
and it's Odegaard. He's the only player who wants to go and get the ball and link. Partey did break the lines a bit today. So the forwards, from being a strikers union, they have got another argument. But I'm not striker no more. I'm now coaching and a centre midfielder, so I'm going to hammer him.
Before I introduce you, Laurie, let me just read this super chat. O'Malley said, great stream, Curtis. Happy for the win. Front three have been extremely wasteful 2 games in a row. We had multiple chances to put our players through on goal. And, you know, that in the defense, even though I blame Arteta a lot, there were situations there where there's one where Pepe can slide Aubameyang one-on-one and he underhits it. And then Aubameyang does the same thing to Pepe and overhits it.
It's not like they're not getting the ball, Kurt. People say, oh, the system. People say this. It's not like they're not getting the ball. They are getting the ball in good areas of the pitch. So we can only judge a player on what he does with the ball in those areas of the pitch. You know, people will stick up and say, Pepe does a lot of defensive work. You know, Pepe's stats and this and that. Don't get blinded by stats. Stats are a modern-day cover-up of what a footballer is. Stats are a modern-day cover-up. It's nonsense. So think about how effective he is on the game. How effective is he on the game? I don't think he's that effective. But that's my opinion. I'm not right or I'm not wrong. That's just my opinion.
Well, here we go. They're saying Laurie blood clot Lyle out of the toilet. I don't think he's not in the toilet, but
toilet? No, I ain't been in the toilet. No.
Laurie, talk to us.
I've been in the kitchen making myself a cup of tea.
Give me your overall thoughts.
My overall assessment of that game is that we probably made it a lot harder than what it should do, or should have been, because we had, like you guys probably been saying, we had chances. We had players in positions where they could have gone on, taken the shot, didn't do. Aubameyang a couple of times. I see him through them. I'm like, bro, why are you even looking to pass that? Bury that in the bottom corner or put it in the top corner. You're looking at on your outside, left or right. Would you see Harry Kane doing that or Ronaldo or any of them, man? There? Believe in yourself. Yeah. Then there was a couple of times, like you guys said, with Pepe and 1 or 2 other guys. It wasn't just Pepe. It was 1 or 2 of them where they're either overhitting or underhitting that final pass. So frustrating because I don't know what you guys thought, but I thought Arsenal were clearly the better side today. And we should have finished them off. I thought that was a 2, maybe even a 3-0 game if we'd have been a bit more clinical. And I do hear some of your comments towards Pepe. What I would say about Pepe, though, was he was very hard working today. He did his tracking back, did his fair share of putting in tackles to win the ball back and stuff. So I thought Gabriel was immense. I thought Ramsdale looked really good. Ben White had an in and out game. He was good at times, and then other times his concentration seemed he's trying to look good rather than just getting the ball out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But overall, I thought we were worthy winners. I'm a bit frustrated that it was only 1-0 because really and truly, man, I thought that we were much the better side. Maybe I'm looking at it through rose-tinted glasses, but I thought that we were clearly the better team. We just weren't clinical enough. And I think that was the same last week with Norwich.
I would say, listen, I agree with most of what he said. I think, I don't know if we were I don't think we were miles ahead of them in the game. They had a few headers that were a bit, and obviously nearly with the penalty
Did they
shot.
have a shot on goal? Did they get in behind us? Did they look particularly threatening?
I thought, do you know what? They don't really try and get in behind you too much, do they? But, I thought Ben White, they were targeting him early. I was surprised when they took Barnes off, to be honest. But
well, I put that down to Gabriel. I thought Gabriel scored off Barnes and Chris Wood. If you notice
he was brilliant, Gabriel, today.
Yeah, he was immense. And I like the way he was talking to them at the back as well.
Yeah.
Clearly got good command of the English language. But, I mean, he was immense today.
He was.
And I thought he did really well. Overall, I thought we played well, but we weren't clinical enough. Don't you think? I mean, you guys are the pros.
Yeah.
That was
let me just read this one out quick. Harvey Spector, appreciate your super chat, brother. Said just watch the game. Dubious means being from Liverpool. Had to dash here for the sense. Happy for the win, but every pass seemed to be 3 yards behind the player. They never played FIFA. Through ball people. Big up, Big C and the gang. Appreciate your kind donation, bro. Like you said, the final ball was just lacking at times, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lord Nicholas Bentner, great, Dave said. I'm sorry, but Odegaard is bang average. It's harsh. Thought he was good at times, but
yeah, if you take away the goal, I wasn't sure about his performance, to be honest. It was a great goal.
It was a great goal.
Apart from the goal, what would you say? I mean,
I would say he's the only one who tried to get on the ball.
It was our best player first half. I don't think. Second half, he's not going to be, because it's then changed into a Burnley game, a Burnley scrap, and then that's why then Gabriel becomes immense. First half, you didn't really mention Gabriel. It's only the second half, because that's the latter that is fresh in your mind from watching the game.
Yeah.
So people forget
that.
I
must admit, I was paying close attention to Gabriel throughout. You know why? Because before the game, everyone was before the game, I remembered how effective he'd been against Pookie last week. And me and Curtis were saying on the Talk is Cheap show that it's one thing to do that to Pookie, but can you do it to someone like Chris Wood and Barnes? Yeah. And today he more than coped with that.
Oh, he was our best player today.
And you could see that he was physically up for the challenge.
Yeah, man.
I'm not saying I know I'm digressing slightly, but that referee's a disgrace. I mean, how do you even looking at that more than one time on VAR? Even in real time, you could see that Ramsdale played the ball, right? And then you're looking 2, 3, 4 times, almost like you want him to be swayed by something. It was clearly.
I think as long as he finds the right decision, it don't matter. That's what VAR is there for, innit? I get you though, but after one replay, I was like,
he should have been up to play, because everybody where I was watching it, we all said straight away, you could see he got the ball. You could see it. The ball. The trajectory of the ball went a different way.
Yeah.
But
let me just read this super chat out. Stay Fresh said, I hope we get a manager before Lacazette leaves. We gave credit to the kids last year when it was really Lacazette from the Chelsea game on with Deluded. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think Lacazette will be a main figurehead in the team this year because of his contract running up. And big up to Harvey Spector for becoming a member on the channel. Keep an eye out on the community page for the updates as well. A lot of people in the comments talking about Bukayo Saka, player of the year last year. Since the Euros has looked off the pace for me. I thought he was poor again today. I don't want to, pinpoint him because he's a teenager at the end of the day. But does he need to be taken out of the team for a little bit now? Would you like to see Martinelli come in maybe?
I see where you're coming from. The only thing I would say, and I do agree with a lot of what people were saying, he didn't have a good game today. That is clear. However, with Saka, even when he's not playing well, he has these flashes of brilliance or, of positive play even that you could say, well, you know what? You can see why they left him on. But be interested to hear what Fran says.
It's one of those, isn't it? You don't want to be dropped because you've just lost form. He's just lost form. And obviously what happened to him in the summer is probably something that none of us will ever have to deal with, missing a penalty in a final in your home country. That emotionally, mentally will be very, very hard to recover from, regardless if everyone's clapping and little Saka, golden boy, and all this nonsense. That's again My Little Pony and butterflies. The fact of the matter is, it's mentally. So when he comes into a team that's struggling. He comes into all the nonsense that was going on with the media, and he's lost his form. Could he be tired? Could he be exhausted? He's 19. I don't see how you can be tired or exhausted at 19. But is it time to take him out, put your arm around him and say, listen, last few months has been obviously a test mentally, put someone else in, fresh it up a little bit, and then allow him to, get back to where he needs to get to, away from all the criticism. I think that would be good man management. But I'm not sure he can afford to do that, because who else does he trust to put in there?
It's a massive game next week. Would you guys start him next week against Tottenham?
I think he's got to start his best 11. And at the moment, is Saka probably still in your best 11, even though he's poor? It's a question. I
would say he is. I would say
he will start next week, won't he? Because Martinelli's not even coming on. So I don't see how he goes from not playing to just starting in the biggest game of the season so far.
That's the thing with this manager as well, isn't it? It seems to me as if you're out of favour with him, you've got to do a hell of a lot to get back in his good graces.
Yeah.
I mean, why isn't Lacazette featured at all? You know what I mean?
He's deep. Arteta seems deep on the decisions that he makes. So I think, maybe he does give people the opportunity. Maybe he looks at the way they conduct themselves off the pitch a lot, around training, how they are in the team, connections, all these things, telepathy and training with certain players. I imagine he's that kind of deep, deep coach. And it seems like if you're not there within any, how can I put it, is any of his plans, you then get given a chance. And if you don't take it, Curtis would have been there, I've been there. It feels like the word's against you and you kind of set up not to succeed. It's not deliberate. It just comes with circumstances.
Yeah.
And that seems to have happened with Martinelli. There's no doubt he's got a lot of talent, but so has a lot of players, but I don't think he trusts him. Arteta's a trust coach. I don't think he.
Do you think O'Malley's got a point here? Saka did a lot of his best work on the right wing last season. He's obviously put Pepe there because he obviously must be more comfortable there, and he's moved Saka to the left. Do you think that is affecting his game? So a lot of wingers now seem to play on the opposite wing, don't they?
I've never quite understood that concept.
I always think
because they always have to cut back onto the
goal-scoring wingers. They love it, but if you're an out-and-out winger, I'm not sure you like it. So for example, a Salah is a goal-scoring winger, isn't he? Whereas some wingers are just out-and-out wingers who like to get down the outside and whip the ball across. So I think it depends on what type of winger it is. And I think Saka would just be better and he's natural. For me, I would just keep him down the left and try and keep getting balls in the box to get him confidence back. And then when he gets that confidence back, then maybe mix it up a little bit. But I think, like you say, today, the good thing that came out of today for me was I thought it was a professional performance. Yeah. And I thought mentally it was a massive boost to win those two games that you're expected to win when your back's against the wall. I think that's the positive to come out of today. And I think the rest will come in if it continues to progress. But we're not going to be competing with where us as fans want to compete. I think we've all got used to that now. As long as we're putting in the effort and there is progression, then we will see how it goes. And we can only go off each game's, performance. And I thought today, overall, I was quite happy.
Yeah, I have to say I agree with that. A lot of what you said there. That's a very good assessment. I was happy with the energy, the commitment, the physicality of the team looked good. I don't think we got bullied in any area of the pitch. We was up. In fact, if anything, we bullied them at times, and the referee was giving them fouls for what I thought was good tackling, strong tackling. So I was pleased with that. A bit disappointed with the final ball here and there. And like I said, man, we needed to be a bit more clinical because, like I said, man, I know it's a subjective thing, but where I was stood, where I was watching, I think we should have won that by at least 2 goals today. Seriously, I didn't think Burnley were that threatening.
Yeah,
I think Ben White a couple of times was a bit casual. I think one time he got caught in possession trying to look good on the ball. Another time he underhit that pass to the goalie, didn't he? But apart from that, in general play, I didn't really see Burnley as that threatening. I don't know about you guys.
You know this thing because this Pepe thing. I think that we know how much talent he has, and some would say, and Curtis would want to say, but Fran, if he was in a different type of team, we would be saying he's a world beater. And I fully get that. And a lot of people say, but yeah, he has to run back. Well, I'm sorry, people. The foundation of being a footballer is hard work. It's hard work, So he doesn't have the privilege of being in a Liverpool team. He doesn't have the privilege of being in a Man City team. So you've got to do the work.
No, but don't you think he did work hard today? I thought he did.
I'm not saying he didn't work, but a lot of people use that as an excuse of why he's not good going forward.
Oh, I see.
That's not an excuse for not being good going forward. There's plenty wingers in the world that do 7-8 miles up and down and still are good going forward. I just think we make excuses up for Pepe. That's my opinion.
Let me just read this super chat out. Stay Fresh said Martinelli is not a striker, he's a scrapper, and I love that about him, but he will never be a top striker in this league. He's not at that level. I suppose time will tell whether he can play through the middle or not. Big up Lee Chappie in the comments as well. Leicester fan. Shout out to him. Listen, obviously we won the game, and like you said, I look at it today like I don't think the performance was great, but anytime you go to Burnley, you keep a clean sheet and you beat them. I think you've done your job. That is a difficult ground to go to. It really is. Yeah, and as much as I was critical of Ben White today, he won't get a more difficult game than that in the air for the rest of the season. Like Woods and Barnes they're great in the air, aren't they? When you put crosses in, they're dangerous. The worry for me is kind of, I still see a lack of cohesion in attack. I don't see enough connections in our attack. And I think when you play against a Tottenham next week where Harry Kane's going to punish you if you don't take your chances, do you know what I mean? So I'm just looking now, can we get away with this performance against the next level up of opponent? That's where my question mark kind of is.
That being said, how good are Tottenham this season? Because, the results, they've had, they beat City, and, they've had
interesting to see how they do, obviously.
Yeah, but they've gone from being decent to being poor, haven't they? So how good are they? And don't forget, we're at home next week. I'm expecting a result in that game, without a doubt.
Yeah,
I am. Yeah, I am, man. I am. I'm expecting.
We've got a good record
against them. Huh?
We've got a good record at home.
We're at home. We've won our last 2 games. I think, listen, man, we've got to put an exclamation mark on it next week and go out there and get the win. Be positive. I think we can do that as well.
Yeah.
Now, this guy here, man, St. Maximum, I've said this to Curtis, man. To me, we should have gone for him in
St. Maximum.
He's the most exciting player in the Premier League, hands down. And I'd include Ronaldo in that as well. He's the most exciting player in the Premier League.
But the work rate, Laurie, is immense. The work rate is immense. And I always say the foundation of any footballer is work rate.
Yeah. Well, he won't be at Newcastle next season. No.
No.
He won't be.
I don't know if you watched the game last night. He absolutely terrorized Leeds. Terrorized them.
And he's doing that on a regular, but he was doing it last year. Me and Curtis was saying, we've had off the air conversations. We were amazed that Arsenal never tabled a bid for it, or at least tried a team.
I think we were linked with him before he signed for them.
Because he is what every decent team needs. You need that outlet, someone with aggression, pace, skill, and he can score goals as well. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. But would he fit into the way that Arteta wants to play,
Well, this guy Arteta likes to overcoach people. So
would we get him the ball?
Yeah.
Would we get him the ball? Would we? I just don't think Arteta wants players like that. Listen, I think, like you say, it's 2 good wins. A lot of us were worried about these 2 games. They've won them both. So, what can we possibly say when they've won both games? As great as it's not, it's not a spectacle on the eye. It's not exciting. At the end of the day, if we play great today and get beat, what do we say? You'd rather lose, you'd rather win, and it'd be absolutely shocking until you get where you need to get to. If we ever get there with an Arteta, But
let's not forget we got a game in between the Tottenham game. We got the Wimbledon game.
Wimbledon,
You guys, I don't think
we'll play the youngsters in that, won't we? You know, rest of
Martinelli and Laka
and all them man washed up by lower leagues teams. There's another thing you got to be careful about. You see it week in, week out. Well,
no, but I think Martinelli, Laka, and all those guys will play in the week, won't they? Sure.
Yeah, you would have thought so. So you know.
Let me just read this super chat. Harvey Specter, big up, bro. Said for me, ESR, as quality as he is, struggles to get goals. Really needs to add that to his game because he gets in the right positions. His finishing is poor. Do we sometimes, as Arsenal fans, I'm not saying us three, but just in general, do we sometimes overhype some of these youngsters so much that the expectation sort of becomes too much? Would we be better off kind of just, because sometimes I look at Smith Rowe and I think, okay, he's a good player, he's tidy, he's a tidy player, but you've given him the number 10. Apparently his new deal's like 75 grand a week, and I'm like, you got to start scoring goals, my friend. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to play in that number 10 role, you got to score goals or create goals.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that there was a bit of a rush to judgment last year when he was doing well. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a good player, man, but some people were like talking about him in these terms. I never thought he was quite at that level. And similar with Odegaard, people were hyping him up. I mean, listen, last year, I think Odegaard, what was it, 1 goal, 1 assist for the whole season. Okay, scored a great goal today. But yeah, you're right. We need to see more from these guys.
Yeah, I do think we hype play, especially the youngsters. They, you know, some. I mean, I remember last year. I think ESR maybe played 10 games, and people were talking about, you know, Kevin De Bruyne and that. And I was like,
listen, the only similarity is the
what you want. It's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, he's a good player, and that's all he is. He's a good player at the moment. He's not great. He's not amazing. He's just a good player at the moment. Maybe
last year with people comparing him to De Bruyne, which was ridiculous. They're also comparing him to Jack Grealish, and I said to Curtis, the only similarity he has to Jack Grealish is that he rolls his socks down. That's that is and his calves are not as big as Grealish's either. So, you know what I mean? But you know what? On a more serious,
he's a good player. You know
I would agree with that last comment. His finishing, I wouldn't say his finishing is poor, because maybe that might be a bit harsh, but it definitely needs work. But then he's not the only one.
Still young, isn't he? He's still young, so
yeah,
he's got potential to be a good player. And you know, Villa, that was his agent. Villa weren't buying him. That was his agent, because if Villa really wanted him, then they come in at 40-45 million because of the Ben White thing. They would have compared the cost. They didn't want him. His agent did that, so he gets number 10 and puts another 10 grand a week on his wages, and we fell for it.
Yeah.
And I thought Arsenal, the club, were a little bit Machiavellian with the way they went about that. They tried to make out almost like it was a new signing, and look, giving him the number 10 shirt. That's probably because they didn't want to go into the transfer market for somebody a lot more.
Exactly.
So they hyped up to make the fans think, yeah, look, come on, man.
It's business. It's to pull the wool over people's eyes. And Samuel saying, obviously, he said, well, moan, free cynical. He was positive in the earlier stream, so you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, because I think it's important we put it into context. Like, we're 12th in the league. All right, it's better than 16th or being bottom, but this has still been a shaky start to the season. There's still a lot of question marks. We can be positive. We won the game, 2 clean sheets in a row. Do you know what I mean? There's something to build on, but we're still a long way from where we need to be. You know. So
no, but I think to be fair though, Curtis, as much as me and you and Fran have criticised the team, we do also have to be fair. We beat Norwich. That was expected. Yes, the performance weren't great, but we've come to Burnley today. Like you said, it's always going to be a difficult fixture. That means they're not playing that well at the moment either. They still haven't won a game in the Premier League. We've beaten them. I would say we were fairly comfortable today, apart from a few silly mistakes. If you beat Tottenham next week, then all of a sudden things are starting to look a lot more rosy in the garden. But I just wanted to ask you a question quickly, man. The goalkeeping situation, man, I think it's not looking good for Leno right now, man, because Ramsdale's beginning to look really accomplished in there today.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to have to obviously, you know, eat humble pie with Ramsdale at times. There'll be people out there who'll be waiting for one mistake, you know,
including Curtis.
Yeah, I need a big. But you know what? I'm still reserving judgment. You know, I want to see him. You know what I mean? But he looks good.
Early signs. He looks comfortable. He's commanding on crosses, which I like.
Yeah.
He wants to come, which takes a lot of pressure because we're not great at set pieces, defending set pieces. He's young, and Leno made it clear that he wanted to leave. So why should
Leno, he's done that to himself, bro. You've talked yourself out of that number one spot.
Yeah, if you want that, bro, you're going to continue taking that for top lunches, are you? You know what I mean?
Listen, when you get a player, like it's in any walk of life, man. A team is struggling, and then you got one of your senior players openly talking about I might leave and all that. Yeah, I mean, if I'm the manager, I'm really pissed at that, man. I'm thinking, you know what? Fuck you, man. You can get on the bench.
Talking about Lacazette, Laurie.
Sorry?
People are talking about Lacazette. It's clear Lacazette's not going to probably stay. He wants to get a freebie. So then people are saying, why is he not coming on? That's the reason.
I think the difference there, Fran, with respect, is I've not heard Lacazette come out and say that he wants to leave or hinting at that even. He's kept strong.
It's clear.
It's clear he's going.
Yeah, but I think with Leno, though, when you come out and start...
Clear. Yeah.
Leno was like dropping that bra strap, man, saying, yeah, look, he was flirting. He was like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? And when you're, especially when you're in trouble, if you're on top of things and everything's going well and you got... I can understand some players are going to be... They're not in the team. You know what it's like. You guys know more than anyone else. If you're not in the team, no matter how well you're doing, you're going to become frustrated. But he was occupying that number one spot. The team was in a bad way, in a bad shape, and you got one of your senior players openly talking about leaving the club. I back Arteta on this one, 100%.
No, that's why I think he's not in, and that's why I think they need the move.
So he talked himself out of a number one job. Serves him right.
I mean, it's stupid to kind of hint that you want to leave when you've still got a year left on your contract. You don't tell no one that. You just do your business behind the scenes.
And you're the number one. And not only you're the number one, you're one of the senior players. We don't want to be hearing that shit.
Yeah. And maybe that's what's happening with Lacazette. I think he will be needed. I think he will play. There will be times where he needs him. But does that, that egotistical mindset of Arteta now trust him to do a job for him? I think that's, because he seems a very, very deep coach and takes things quite personally. And they always say, if you take things personally, you're never going to be happy. So, that could be one of those things with Arteta. It seems that way. But
I think he's got an issue with man management, man. There's a lot of
because of the ego stuff, the narcissism and all that kind of stuff that people go through. But if we win against Spurs, then what? Is the process working? Because we've won 3 out of 3.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because I'm sitting there during that game, and it all feels very borderline with Arteta. Like I'm sitting there thinking, if we draw this game, he's got to go. But then you win the game, and you're like, oh, give him another week. You know what I mean? And then I'm thinking, right, if we beat Tottenham, maybe we're getting somewhere. It all feels very... But I don't think the board are thinking that, though. I think they're in it for the long run with him. I think they'll keep him for as long as they can.
Yeah. I think we've now become accustomed to that as well. Do you think? I think as fans...
We're stuck with him, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I've stopped even thinking about him getting the sack because it's not going to happen. Listen, these guys have given him a bag and said, go out and,
a big
I agree with that cause. That guy there, spot on. Laurie the guy.
wait, that's Laurie's burner account, by the way.
Laurie the go. I'll have that all day long, man.
You take that one, innit?
The greatest of all time. What have I done to deserve that?
I thought Tomiyasu was good today as well. Not mentioned.
Yeah.
Tomiyasu was good today.
You know what? It's funny though, Fran, because me and Curtis were talking like we always talk. But we said the signings are good. If you look at all those guys, Sambi Lokongo, Tavares, Tomiyasu, even Ben White, Ramsdale, these signings are good signings. Yes, they may take a while to fit in, but I don't see any dubs there, man. Do you?
I thought they were good, but I think we needed that 2 big names.
Yes,
Complement those. I think that's why a lot of people were quite angry.
But can we attract those high-profile name brand players now? Can we attract those? We've got no European football to offer them.
But there's always players who don't think every footballer thinks, I just want to play in European football. A lot of them, I remember back, what it's like now, but I remember a lot of players that I used to work with, and when I was playing as well, didn't want to be in the international teams because they never get a break when they play international football.
Right.
So some players didn't want to. I don't want to play international. So they could be some players. Look how many players there is. out there who think, well, this is Arsenal Football Club. This could project me, to the next level for me to maybe get into something else. So it is a question that people always ask: who would come if we're not in European football? But we're never going to get those top names. But then you've got that second tier of names.
Yeah.
I think we may have got one or two of them. The teams that we were linked with, we don't know what happened behind the scenes, the negotiation skills. But I think that's why a lot of people were disappointed.
Yeah,
I agree, because I think when you look at the start of the window, everyone was kind of like, all right, we've made a good start. Where's that just one exciting one at least? And like you said, you look at your Basumas and players like that. They're not in Europe. Basuma would jump in the chance of leaving Brighton to come to Arsenal. So maybe we can't get
I was
name
shocked when
brands.
they never went in for Basuma. That shocked me. I thought, because this guy pretty much said he wanted to come to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Chris Wheatley did an interview yesterday where he says that he doesn't even think Arsenal are interested in him. He said most of the hype was coming from social media and the fan base. So, Yardi Tov here with a super chat. Big up, bro. Said Arteta waffles and fructose cryptic lines about his parents at Arsenal. He was saying that we are a charity case and he is a caretaker manager for Arsenal in the COVID era until Barca comes calling. I don't know what it is, Yardi Toff, but I'm getting the impression you're not the biggest fan of Arteta.
Yardi Toff is ruthless, mate. He's ruthless.
Oh, my days.
But I have to say that Arteta doesn't warm to people's souls, does he? You look at him, he looks quite a cold fish, man. I often look at managers. Seriously,
cold fish,
I've never played the game at anywhere near a high level. I played a lot of football. And you look at certain managers, right? And you think to yourself, it must be a real honor to play for that guy. Or you look at another guy and you say, you know what? He must be good to play. Even someone like Sean Dyche, to be honest. He operates at a lower level, but you could see that he would gain the respect of the players. With Arteta, I look at him and he's got this air about him, man. He's a bit cold, bit of a cold fish, no real humor going on, no real warmth. No affection towards his players, doesn't really support them in public. And I look at him and I think he looks like that type of guy that would piss a lot of man off, especially if you're a senior player and been around the block and you get a guy like that. He's not managed, apart from Arsenal, at any type of level. And then you're trying to lay down the law to certain man. They'll probably look at him and think, yo, man. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about him.
Yeah. Well, for me, the strangest thing for me was when managers have come into when I was a player, if a manager comes in and he gets the influential people in the dressing room, the first thing that he does, if he's smart, is he gets those characters on his side. Yeah. So when managers used to come in, they would think, right, who's maybe the captain, who's the influencer, who's the guy with a little bit about him, which is Aubameyang, which was your David Luiz's and those type of players. When he came in, he kind of like tried to be give authority to players and fell out with those players. So I think that's why we've had this problem with the relationship between the players and the manager for this period of time. Results are always going to change things. People start smiling again. Goals are always going to change things. Yeah. So these two results now and something against Spurs, you could start to see us turn the corner. How high we can get, no one knows. But that was a weird thing for me. It's man management skills. And like I said, I've been in the game long enough to know about man management skills, or if he's ever worked on them. Like Curtis says, he was always like the good cop when he was assistant or coach. They're the good cops. So it's a different role, really. He seems to have got a tune out for them today. They did want to work. They worked hard for him today. Yeah, they did. Time when they work hard for the manager. So, that's a good positive today. And I think, to be fair, there was a lot more positives than negatives today. And the win, does it smooth over the cracks like what Curtis says,
Springer,
I don't think Springer's a big fan of Arteta either. But Fran, we were saying before, right? We were saying in football, availability is one of the biggest abilities. Being available, you can have all the talent. Thomas Partey and Kieran Tierney. Every time I watch the screen, these two are on the floor. Physio's running on the pitch. What is going on with these guys?
We look at Gareth Barry, the record Premier League appearances, I believe, Gareth Barry. Yeah. People wouldn't even know that. Never really injured. James Milner. Now, obviously, I used to work with Gareth Barry quite a bit. And what he used to do away from the game was always make sure that he conditioned himself, recovered in the right way, ate the right foods, massages all the time. You know what I mean? We don't know whether these players are doing that because some players do just get injuries. But Thomas Partey, brick wall, solid, never gets injured. Comes to England and has definitely, joined Tierney on Goose Fair and turned into Candy Floss. I don't know what's going on. Like, is it away from the game? Is it the training? Sometimes when training changes, are they not used to it? Maybe is the training stop-start or is it high intensity? I don't know, but you can't. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you only
maybe the jollof rice is better in Madrid.
Maybe it's too starchy. I don't know.
But one thing I would say on that, you see, like Tierney, he did actually come to the club with a dodgy injury record.
He did,
yeah. It's Partey that surprised me.
Yeah,
I think Tierney was always going to be a risk because I remember reading stuff and seeing stuff online saying that he does have a pretty dodgy injury record. But Partey, he'd never missed any games as far as I know.
Hardly any, no.
And as soon as he was there,
saying quite a lot. Is it because he's doing more work?
It could be. It could be a shock to his system.
Is he doing more work?
They do say, you two guys will know this, they do say this, that there's a thin line between being at the top of your fitness and being injured.
Yeah. Because one part of your body has to compensate for the
other. That's right.
So you get a lot of injuries down one side of your body.
Yeah. So the more you train, the more stresses you put, especially if it's high impact training as well. I mean, sometimes these guys needs to be managed. I remember reading stuff about Ledley King where he'd only train like once a week and then have him doing light stuff, so he'd save all his energy for the games. Maybe with Partey, I don't know what they got him doing, but are there soft tissue injuries or what?
Ledley King did he have no ligaments or something
he had that thing in his knee, didn't he? What like Ronaldo's got it, but a lot like lighter version of it where your knee it inflames. The
cartilage is probably gone.
Just inflames,
Just inflames,
yeah. Ledley King, amazing to say how good he was. Could only train once a week, but
I mean, listen. Before I'm just gonna briefly round up now because I've been on for like over 3 hours. But big up to you both for coming on.
Drink some water.
Yeah, man.
Get some water, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but, you got to lubricate those vocal cords, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Look after your investment.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Fran's channel, FFTV. Laurie's there stunting with the AFTV gold plaque in the background. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, did you not hear what the man them say? I'm the GOAT, man. I'm gonna.
You know what I mean? I tell him you're the brains behind Robbie's success, man. You know what I mean?
Greatest of all times. It's been now I've been given that name, man. That's what everyone's going to call me from now on.
You have to keep that one down.
Laurie the GOAT.
Overall, what I want to ask you then, how just briefly, how are you feeling about the game today, and what are you thinking about the Tottenham game next week? Start with you, Laurie.
You know what, bro? I listen. I don't know what I didn't get to watch your stream, Curtis, because obviously we were doing the filming at the Watchalong, and I don't know what Fran thought exclusively because obviously doing different things. But I thought the performance was quite good. I like the fact that they went up there, matched Burnley with the physicality. I thought the effort, the commitment, and energy was good. I thought we deserved the win. I'm just a little disappointed that we didn't finish him off. So, yeah, man, I think I'll take that.
Yeah, I replicate, really. I think most people would agree that it was a good win. For me, I was more impressed with the mental side of it. I think we've been quite weak mentally for a long time. Don't get me wrong. There's always a balance. Burnley are not the Burnley of the last few seasons. They were quite soft. However, you can only deal with what's in front of you. So we did the job. Yes, there's so many more positives that we could probably look in the game. We need to start firing on all cylinders going forward. But it is a step, and I do feel more confident going into the Spurs game. So it's better than it was 2 weeks ago, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't get no worse, could it? So it's definite.
Well, you can always trust Curtis to knock you back down, mate.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. He's definitely
we're 12th. We're nearly on page
glass. He's definitely a glass half empty man.
Half empty geezer. Curtis.
You know what? I'm not in life though, but with Arteta, man, like I'm sorry.
Is that East Midlands thing?
It's just football, Laurie. It's
Oh,
just
is it?
football.
Okay,
football.
right, yeah.
I don't know if any of you, just quickly, right? I don't know if any of you heard yesterday, Mikel Arteta did that Q&A and he talked about Ted Lasso. Have you ever watched that program?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, no.
It's basically an American coach who coaches in England, right? It's a comedy and he loses like nearly every game. So obviously this guy said, "Oh, watch Ted Lasso." So everyone's like, "No wonder you've got us near the bottom of the league. This guy loses nearly every week." So now I'm calling him Mikel Lasso, mate.
I've seen some of the messages, like say, they were handpicked out. Those surely
They
some
were well and truly, yeah.
because no one really got to the bones, did they? So
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, Q&A, you know, we'll get to know some of the truths about Arteta," and they're going, "What TV series do you watch?" I'm like, "Bro, we're 16th." You know what I mean? Well, I don't care what he watches on TV.
But you know what it is with Arteta, Curtis and Fran, right? He reminds me of some of the managers that I've worked with down the years, not in a sporting sense, but you know, sometimes you work for a manager and technically they know the ins and outs of the job very well, but they're just not good at they can't get the best out of people. Yeah. He strikes me as one of those types, all wrapped up in the technicalities, overthinks things, micromanages people, and subsequently don't get the best. We might get another guy who's less technical but far more switched on, knows to get the best out of people, and then and as a result, they're much better managers. That's what Arteta strikes me as.
Yeah, man. But listen, big up to you both for coming on. At least we can talk about a victory for once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Beat Wimbledon in the week, give the kids a run out, turn them over, and then
if they do, which we expect that they will, let's be honest, then we'll all be looking forward to next Sunday's game, man, with optimism.
I tell you what, for next Sunday starts tomorrow to me. What I would like to see tomorrow is Lukaku rip Tottenham apart, get their confidence down, and then, you know what I mean? We get them next week.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good weekend. Forest won, Curtis, our hometown. First win. Peterborough won. They can't get a win. And Arsenal won. So I'm a happy chappy, mate. I'm a happy chappy.
I was sad to see Chris Hughton go, although he's former Tottenham, man. But always
the case, isn't it? You sack a manager, can't win, and then they go and win.
Win the first game. But no, listen, big up to you both for coming on. Go and subscribe to FFTV, AFTV. They don't really need no introduction. Go and subscribe to them. Big up to Laurie, big up to Fran, and
big up everyone.
Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, listen, man, thanks for the opportunity. Nice respect, man. Nice one.
Yeah, man. Big up to you both. Take care. Yeah, so finally a victory to celebrate. For me, I would go Gabriel man of the match, to be fair, because in the second half he won so many headers. I felt he dealt with Chris Wood, he dealt with Barnes. Me personally, I don't think the performance was great. I got to be honest. I thought it was still a bit patchy in places. I still think if we're going to beat Spurs next week, we got to step the level up more than that. But it is a victory, 2 wins out of 2. Arteta buys himself another month because, you know, they'll be lapping that one up. I think the perfect picture to finish this stream off with is old Ted Lasso, mate. If you know, you know. If you haven't watched this TV series, this is the guy that Mikel Arteta is watching for inspiration. Watch one episode of that and you will realize quickly why we are struggling so much in the league. Make sure you like the video, subscribe. I will be back tomorrow. We'll probably do some watch-alongs tomorrow. Spurs, Chelsea, Man U, West Ham. No Arsenal therapy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and I will see you all tomorrow. Bless.